What's up, y'all? What's good? Welcome to the What Up Doe Show. It's your boy Dan D, and we are back with another one. Today we're going to be tuning in to Game 5, Cleveland Cavaliers versus Detroit Pistons. We are back at home. We took 2 losses in Cleveland, but we're back. We're trying to regroup. Game getting ready to start up. So what's good, everybody? What's good out there? It's your boy Dan D. We are back for another one. We trying to get this series untied. Cleveland tied the series up. They did what they did. Back at home now. We're back at home, so we're trying to do what we need to do. But here we go.
Tobias Harris looking to continue his stellar play in these 2026 playoffs. The oldest Cav, James Harden, looks like he's ready, and he's coming off.
It's going down. It's going down. Let me know if you guys can hear me and see me. I'm about to check my audio, so give me a second.
By Michelob Ultra. On the brackets, we've seen 2 second-round sweeps and 2 series that are still very much up for grabs. And good evening, everyone. With Tim Blackler.
Yeah, so injury report, we got Duncan Robertson out, so it's going to be a tough game as far as with our guard, but I believe we got Stewart. Stewart is going to come in and replace him and come in the starting lineup, I should say. Give me 1 second. I'm getting ready to check my audio and video.
For them to get back on track, it's pretty simple. Cade Cunningham and defense. It's a calling card all season, and I'm going to start with the defense to show you what Detroit Pistons defense typically looks like. A lot of rim protection. They flood to the paint, make it very difficult to finish around the rim, and a lot of ball pressure on the perimeter to trigger turnovers, to allow them to get in the open floor where their offense can thrive. That defense will set the stage for Cade Cunningham to be great offensively later in the game. Now, he has not had a big breakout offensive scoring game.
What's up, everybody? I need for y'all to come in and hit that subscribe button, that like, that comment. The comment section is open, so definitely want you guys to interact with me today. Give me 1 second. Checking my audio and video.
The first 2 games on the road, but kept those 2 wins in Cleveland. Did they figure something out, Lex? I think they did. At halftime, their season was hanging in the balance in Game 4. They came out in that third quarter, and they played much faster. Now the Pistons contributed because there was freedom of movement. They weren't as physical, and as a result, they unlocked their offense. And in particular, Donovan Mitchell got going. He had a half for the ages, 39 points, and he did it in a variety of ways. A bunch of floaters in the lane. He hit the deep shot. He got to the foul line. He took over the game, and the Detroit Pistons really had no answer once a player this great got into that kind of rhythm. Now, they have not translated this to wins on the road yet in the postseason. I think Donovan Mitchell, James Harden both are going to have to answer the call here in Game 5. Well, can tonight be the one they finally figured out and win on the road? With more on that, we check in for the first time with Lisa Salters. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Mike. Well, the Cavaliers haven't won a road game yet throughout these entire playoffs, but they believe that they rediscovered something back in Cleveland, something they are hoping made the 2.5-hour drive here to Detroit tonight, and that's momentum and confidence. They both matter, said head coach Kenny Atkinson. And now that the Cavaliers have evened this series at 2 games apiece, he said they need to find a way to build off that tonight. Evan Mobley said, we have to bring our own energy. He said it's going to be a different crowd.
What up, though? CC Motion, game time. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Feeling one here.
Just checking my audio and video. Give me 1 second.
Unlock something offensively in Game 3. And we're able to capitalize on that even more in Game 4. We found something, Harden said. Now we got to carry the same swagger into Detroit and win one on the road. You've been watching NBA courtside.
Okay, we are good. What's going on, CC Motion? 1998 made a comment. He said, game time. Cade time. Yes, sir. It's Cade. It's definitely Cade time. You know, we're going to be without Duncan Robertson tonight, so we're going to need for our guard play to step up. I believe Stewart is going to start in his position tonight, but it's going to be a very interesting game tonight, meaning that we're going to be without our star guard, well, our guard tonight, Duncan Robertson, and leading in 3-point shooting for the team, I should say. But I think we'll be able to pick up the slack from missing Duncan Robinson tonight. That'll give other guys a little bit of chance that that's coming off the bench a little bit more minutes and playing time, because I like the last game with LeVert, man. He had a really good game tonight. Fanbo Podcast 33638 said, let's go Detroit Pistons. Let's go. Let me know if you guys want to come in. CC Motion, Fanbo, if you guys want to come in and be live with me up here on the stage. Put your email in the comments. I will bring you up here live with me. You guys can do the show with me. I got a few invites that I sent out. Hopefully we'll have a few. I'll have a few of my invites come in and join us tonight on tonight's Cavs Pistons game. But yeah, man, look, we got to limit our turnovers tonight. We had too many turnovers that led to points off of turnovers. That pretty much cost us the game last game. So we have to limit the turnovers. We have to continue to attack the basket, and Cade just have to be aggressive this game. And hopefully Tobias Harris can continue being Tobias Harris and giving us 20 plus for these playoffs, and like I said, LeVert had a really good game. I would love to see him get more minutes tonight, and probably will, meaning that we're going to be without our guard play tonight. So it should be a pretty interesting game. This defense has to play Detroit defense. We allow for Cleveland guards to get off on us last game, and we have to pretty much. We have to pretty much kind of contain these guys this game. We cannot let them go off. We cannot let Richardson go off for what he did last game. So I would like for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. CC Motion, give me your thoughts on tonight's matchup, today's game. Same thing with you, Fanbo podcast. I would love to hear you guys' comments. I know you guys you said it's K time and let's go Pistons. But give me your thoughts. What do you think are the keys to Detroit's victory tonight? Yeah, so it's going to be pretty interesting game tonight. We have to come out shooting on all, firing on all cylinders, I should say. We cannot have turnovers. Hopefully, Coach got it together. He had a good talk with the guys about the turnovers that led to that lost in last night game, and hopefully we can correct that tonight. So yeah, man, I'm glad to be back. Glad to see you guys back, with us tonight. It's going to be an interesting game. We got to go ahead and, continue to put our foots back on these guys' throat. We had them down, but we allow, especially in game 4, we allowed the refs, and I don't really want to make no excuses, but some of the calls that were called were questionable. Cleveland got to that free throw line a lot more than what Detroit did, and it was not an evenly called game, officially called game, in my opinion. So I love for you guys to give me your thoughts and your comments on that. CC Motion 1998 said the turnovers and the crooked refs. I hope they don't. I hope they don't have the Cavs again. Let me reread that. I hope they don't save the Cavs again. I agree. The calls were horrible. And I believe CC Motion said it last game. The refs were turning a blind eye on everything that Detroit did, when we were going to the basket. So hopefully, we can get that under control, and the refs, we're back at home. So hopefully we get the same calls that Cleveland were getting back in Cleveland. So it's going to be an interesting game, man.
Positivity impact the sports world for generations to come. He'll always be remembered for his bravery and his kindness. At this time, we ask that you join us in a moment of silence to honor Brandon Clark and Jason Collins.
My condolences to the family of Brandon Clark and Jason Collins. I don't know what happened. I'm just finding that out, earlier today. So I have to look a little bit more into that.
Go with.
So you guys give me your thoughts on tonight's game, tonight's matchup. Should be a great game. Cade needs to go off. Cade got to give us 40 tonight. And Durham got to be a lot more aggressive, and we got to get some point production out of Durham tonight. Yep, so we'll be all right, man. As long as we continue to play Detroit basketball and that Detroit defense will always keep us in the game. As long as we're not turning the ball over like how we did that last game. We cannot continue to turn the ball over and expect for our defense to keep us in the game. Yep. So yeah, man, I'm ready for tonight's game. I'm excited. Hopefully the Pistons come out with a lot more intensity than they came out, in that Cleveland on the road against Cleveland. We're back at home, so hopefully the bench will come out and have a great game tonight. Because for the most part, whoever wins this game tonight probably will go on and win the series. Stats kind of, prove that. So what's going on out there, everybody? CC Motion said, how can Detroit only shoot 12 free throws from a no shooting team? Most of their points coming in the paint. I agree. And we have to be able to contain that tonight. We have to force Cleveland to be jump shooters tonight. We cannot allow the referees to control this game or control the outcome of the game. And that's what we allowed to happen last game. We allowed for Cleveland to get in that paint. We allowed for the referees to, make calls that, went against us from winning that game. Most importantly, points off of turnovers is what led to that loss in last, in game 4. So we have to do a better job at controlling and holding on to that ball. Yep, so it's going to be an interesting night. Hopefully you guys are going to join me all night. Like I said, CC Motion and a few other guys. I got a few people that's going to be joining me. Fambo Podcast. If you guys want to come in, let me know. Put your email in the comment section. I'll definitely bring you guys in. It's always good to, hear other people's comment. But we got a few people in here watching. I need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Your boy is close to 1,000K. We're closing down on it, and with you guys' help, I'll be able to do that.
Mentality, that's who we are.
So Cade got to go off tonight. I'm looking for Cade to have another one of those 40-point games tonight. We're going to be without Duncan Robinson, our top 3-point shooter in these 26 playoffs, I should say. Yeah, but you know what? We have to force the refs to make those same calls that they were making with Cleveland back in Cleveland. We have to be aggressive. That means we have to be aggressive. We have to attack the basket pretty much every time we get a chance. If we're not shooting from threes, we want to be attacking that basket. CC Motion 1998 said, I just don't want James Harden to win. I hate his style of play. All them tic-tac calls they gave him. I agree. It's a bunch of bullshit, but, they were at home. A lot of calls that, that the referees are going to call that they were getting were home court advantage calls. So hopefully Cade and the rest of the guys can attack the basket, and we get them same calls tonight, CC Motion. I do not like the style of play of Harden either. To me, he plays a one-man band type style of basketball. And that will not win you a championship. That, in my opinion, that's why he has not won a championship thus far, and he will not.
Well, my head is not round enough.
We have to contain Mitchell, man. Mitchell, how can we hold him for 2 points and allow him to go off for 30 plus points in the second half? That was horrible. So I expect for the defense to surround him and Harden and force these guys to be jump shooters tonight. We cannot allow both of these guys to have good games tonight.
Short time in his career, he usually bounces back in a very loud way. And he's been very good, but we're waiting for spectacular. And now this is the kind of game, a pivotal game 5, trying to hold home court advantage. This might be the night you see that out of Cade Cunningham, but the Cavaliers have done a great job defensively.
CC Motion said, you think they're pushing this series to 6 or 7 for the revenue? I'm gonna say yes, because if you notice the first round, most of that first round games was 7 series. And the NBA, and I forget what it was about. They're trying to, get the ratings up by having more games played. So yes, that has a lot to do with it too.
2-9 in front of this crazy crowd. They did
lose. So and another thing tonight, Cleveland has not won a road game in these playoff series. We cannot allow them to come into Detroit tonight and get this game. So we got to keep them 0 whatever they are on the road. So here we go. Detroit wins the tip-off.
Both crowds have been, both in Cleveland and Detroit, 2 of the loudest ringers in the NBA. And one of the things to watch early, Evan Mobley guarding Asar Thompson.
Oh my God!
Pistons.
Asar coming off with that was Jenkins for 3.
Shot of the night. Jenkins has played very well in the 2 games.
Yes, he has.
Here in Detroit, not as well in Cleveland, like a lot of young players.
And we're already Jenkins is pressing already up tight. So the defense is coming to play tonight.
And they're going to need that lift without Duncan Robinson. They need additional shooting and space.
There we go. Let's go.
James Harden saying he got fouled. They pointed the other way. That ball was deflected. Jenkins got a piece of it. That was a block. Harden was just going to take the ball out of bounds. The signal was to go the other way. Yeah, he got a piece of that. No question that ball got tipped.
Sorry, ball. Come on. We at home. Let's go.
But it's going to stay Detroit ball.
See, and I want to see Cade attacking the basket There we go.
Finds its way to Harris. And Tobias Harris pulls it up. Jumper won't go.
It's okay. That's okay. Good look.
Out of the pack. Cavs, meanwhile, during the regular season, they were a good road team.
Okay, you got
teams in the league. Pass goes through the hands.
Okay, pass deflected. Tobias with the ball. Fumble with it. Jenkins for 3. Got it. Detroit is up 6-0.
Playoff start. 2 3-pointers right off the bat.
See, and that's big. You know, Jenkins coming off the bench for Robinson. You know, already up 6 points.
Now they're saying foot was on the line, so it's only going to be a 2-pointer, the second one. So the score is actually 5-0.
Yeah, what a great start for Jenkins. I mentioned Duncan Robinson not being there. Duncan Robinson has over a third of their made threes in this series.
Yes.
It's got to come from somewhere.
So Jenkins have to have a big game tonight.
During the regular season, when he got
You know, Mobley for 2. Didn't get it. Durham with the rebound. Jenkins with the ball. Thomas with the ball, dribbling it up. Come on, Thomas. We don't need Thomas. Come on with the turnovers. We have to limit these turnovers. Mitchell for 3. Didn't get it. Rebound, Cade. Cade bringing the ball up. That should have been a foul. Okay, ball turnover by Cade. Detroit gets the ball back. Harris up, ball stripped away. You know, so look, and that's why I said we have to force the refs to make these calls. You know, because it seemed like to me when we're in Detroit, they let these guys play, but when we're in Cleveland, you hear nothing but fucking whistles.
James Harden has quick hands and he can make defensive plays as he just did.
Cade with the ball. Harden checking him. Cade all the way. Cade threw the fucking ball away.
Double teams in the 2 games in Cleveland.
He did it. You see the way Cleveland.
CC Motion 1998 said, "I swear these turnovers, our head scratches like what the F? How? Hey, listen, I'm over here scratching my head and nuts too. I can't believe it." You know, and I've been talking about these turnovers for Cade since the Orlando series.
Harden is doubled. Mobley inside, nice feed, and
Jared Allen for the 2.
And they need to utilize that more.
2-5 Detroit.
Mobley on the short roll puts a lot of pressure on Jalen Duren on the backside to have to play against 2 bigs.
Cade with the ball up top.
Lots of trusted way defensively. Now Hart picks him up on the switch. 5 over 24.
Harris for 3.
Shot won't go.
Didn't get it.
Mitchell
Travel by Mitchell. So there'll be Detroit ball.
Each team already with 3 turnovers in just over 3 minutes.
And that's some of that pressure in the backcourt by Thompson. Mitchell wanted to advance that pass up the sideline, but just as he went to release it, Thompson put his hands in the air in the backcourt. Made it difficult for Mitchell to see anything.
Jenkins makes his move, kicks it out in the corner. Thompson goes right back.
Thompson give the ball back to Jenkins. Jenkins driving.
Couple of fakes.
Jenkins with the Euro step. Got the 2.
Jenkins with all 7 points to start. A 24-year-old in his 2nd year in the league.
We're pressing at half court, and that's a good look for the defense. Harden driving. Got the 2.
What was the difference?
So we got to close that. We got to close that hole up at the free throw line. We cannot allow these guys to drive.
In his 2nd year in the league. Now he's guarding Harden on this end. He's complaining he got hit in the head. Harden the floater. What was the difference of Harden in games?
I think my game just rewinded itself on its own. But okay, you got Thompson bringing the ball up back to Tobias Harris with the ball, passes it off to Jenkins. Jenkins dribbling the ball at the top of the key. Come on, Jenkins. Come on, Jenkins. That was a good look. Mitchell with the rebound.
Physical series. Both coaches taking turns talking about the officiating.
4-7 Detroit. Steal by Thompson for the easy dunk. Let's go. See, and that's what we need out of Thompson.
that same short roll bounce pass. If you're going to throw that one, Thompson, if he's on the weak side, he is going to shoot the gap every time and make a play.
That's 4 turnovers for the Cavs.
Mitchell with the ball driving, with the floater, didn't get it. The tip, didn't get it. Detroit with the rebound. Tobias Harris dribbles the ball all the way in the corner for Jenkins. Didn't get to 3. Tobias Harris with the rebound again. Kay with the ball up top. Kay passes to Tobias Harris for 3. Didn't get to 3. Rebound by Cleveland. Passes the ball up to.
Throws it down. Was trying to get back to contest.
That's okay. Cleveland with 2.
Mobley coming off a very strong all-around game in game 4.
Yeah, we have to be able to contain. Mobley and Allen had pretty good games last game. Jenkins driving. Kane with the ball, passes back off to Thomas. Back to Durham. Durham up. Didn't get it. Oh, what the fuck? Mitchell driving. Foul by Cade. Come on.
We will have our first free throw.
First time out, first free throws of the game. You know, and look who by Cleveland.
Early defensively.
You know, but the Detroit defense is looking good as always. You know, that was a full court pass that got down there, but we'll be okay. We're looking good. John Connor 430 said, "Yo, word, what up, though? What's good with you, man?" CC Motion said, Doran selling hard, no lie. Yeah, man. We definitely got to get Durham involved, man. He's not been playing Durham basketball, you know, but I think tonight is going to be a night that he may have a breakout game. You know, but look, I need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Your boy is closing down in on 1,000 subscribers. You know, this is a goal that we set out a couple of years ago when we started this podcast. You know, so I need for you guys to hit that subscribe button, and also make sure that you're hitting that like and you're sharing. Therefore, these videos are getting out, and your boy can stay in the YouTube algorithm. But yeah, man, you know, I agree with you, CC Motion. Duran is selling hard. We definitely need to get some motion from Duran in this game. You know, I love the defense that he's been giving us to rebounds, but we got to get some offense out of him, meaning that we're down a player. We're down Duncan Robinson. So far, Jenkins has definitely stepped up, you know, and been giving us points coming off the bench, you know, and not even off the bench, but in the starting position today. You know, CC Motion also said Duran playing like he's scared. I don't get it. You know, I'm not going to say he's playing like he's scared. I think for the most part, he's thinking too much. He's playing against a lot. He's playing against 7-footers. You know, Durham himself is probably only about 6'9", 6'10" himself. So he's overthinking. He just needs to settle down. You know, he'll get it together. You know, but I'm not going to say he's playing scared because he's definitely a dog out there. You know, he just got to settle down, man. That's it. He'll be okay. I think tonight he'll have a pretty decent game. You know, you just got to remember he got 2 7-footers down there and Mobley and Allen, you know, so you know, he's just a little bit probably cautious about getting his shots blocked. So he's probably rushing more than anything. So he just needs to calm down, you know, and that's in my opinion. I think he's probably rushing a little bit more, you know, probably trying to put the basket up quick, and he's blown a lot of bunnies. Same thing with Cade, man. I don't saw Cade blow a lot of bunnies. We just have to calm down, man. We have to continue attacking the ball, and we'll be okay. We're at home. You know, we're gonna have the crowd with us, and we just have to be easy, man, and stay aggressive. CC Motion also made another comment and said Dorian got to use his size and be aggressive. He's built like a Vander Holyfield. I agree. You know, he's an incredible Hawk out there. You know, but you know, at the same time, he's still playing against 2 7-footers. You know, so if anything, he's rushing. He just has to settle down, and he'll be okay. You know, I think maybe he probably needs to take them out. You know, get his jump shot going. You know, start pump faking and getting them off the jump, and then drive a little bit. You know, loosen them guys up. You know, because really for the most part, you know, they're just standing there waiting on him to come up. You know, and you got 7-footers. You know, that's an easy block. You know, he's a big guy too. You know, but like I said, man, we definitely need this game. I think the winner of this game probably will go on and win this series. You know, and statistics normally, and the statistics will tell you that. You know, the winner out of out of game 5 normally goes on to win the series.
Point guard. And he had a great month, really showing a lot of people his offensive capability at this level. So he is comfortable if his opportunities and responsibilities increase.
Well, those 19 starts, the team was 14-5. A lot of that was when Kate Cunningham was out with the collapsed lung. He averaged 17 points and 7 assists per game, had a 30-point game, had a 15.
All right, Mitchell made the first free throw.
Kid's got a lot of talent.
All right, he made the second free throw.
Mitchell, meanwhile, the free throws. Mitchell went to the line 15 times in game.
Okay,
4.
Jenkins with the ball.
J.B. Bickerstaff complained about
Pass it back up to Levert. Down low to Tobias.
Tobias Harris almost lost it.
Yes.
In the game.
See, and they're doubling down on Tobias. You got to give it up, Tobias, when you know they're doubling.
Shot clock spins, baseline,
Tobias
can't get it.
didn't get it. That should have been a rebound off of Cleveland.
And that shot.
Yeah, you know, and this is what Tobias have to realize this too. He's been having a pretty good game, but when they're doubling down, you have to pass it off to the open shooter.
And early tonight, trying to find that rhythm, but he was so good for such a long time for the Pistons to start the postseason.
He's 0 for 5 to start, but it's more than just scoring.
Right. See, and that's what I mean. Don't force your shots, Tobias, you know, especially when they're doubling down.
Duncan Robinson is out, so further returning is very important for this team. He's been dealing with an adductor injury.
CC Motion 1998 said I would play Paul Reed more than Dora.
3 games of all 4 of this round. And finally back
I would.
on. He hasn't played since April.
I mean, either way, you can't lose. I like Reed too.
Comes up short.
Come on, Tobias, you gotta listen.
To the hands of Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder, the former Pistons, playing
All right, Schroeder with the ball, bringing it up. Harden got the ball up top. He's driving.
Guarded by Herder. Harden, step back, 3-pointer. Shot won't go. And
Durham with the rebound.
Good timing on that contest by Herder.
I like the combination of Durham and Reed out there.
You actually affect his release.
Jenkins with the ball, dribbling it. Thomas with the ball coming up. There we go. Thomas for 2. Let's go. We have to be aggressive and attack the ball. And when we get to the free throw line, we have to make free throws. There's been a big free throw discrepancy, you know, in this series.
4 points in game 4. Well, he played parts in 4 years for the Cavs in Cleveland, played for J.B. Bickerstaff when he was the coach there.
There we go.
Time for tonight's upcoming playoff schedule, brought to you by Modelo. On video Friday, 2 great game 6s, Detroit and Cleveland. Who knows who's going to have the edge come Friday? And then San Antonio with a 3-2 edge playing at Minnesota.
What do y'all think about that San Antonio series, man?
Cleveland a lot smaller.
I didn't see last night. I don't know who won last night game.
In the game together.
But I like San Antonio, man. I love the guard play of San Antonio.
For the Pistons with 2 drop-dead shooters.
Okay, 8-11 Detroit. Cleveland with the ball.
Wide open corner 3.
Wow, wide open 3.
Yeah, that was all set up.
Tie ball game.
By Sam
You know, we cannot continue to allow Cleveland to take wide open 3-point shots. Let's go. There we go. Come on, Tobias. Let's go. Hopefully that'll get Tobias started.
Wanted to push him on Harden.
Oh my God. And 1.
The contact, little circus shot, goes down and a chance for a 3-point play. Harden with his 2nd assist.
What a difficult shot. I was impressed just with the catch. James Harden throws this.
That should have been a push off.
For Jared Allen. This is not an easy catch. He's down there below his knees on the catch, accepts the bump, able to stay with it, concentrate for the finish.
Yeah, I like Reed and Durham combination. I'm not going to say CC Motion that I would play Reed over Durham. Even though Reed has had a really great game last game.
Jared Allen.
You know, but I like Reed out there. I like Durham out there for his defense more than I say Reed.
Early lead.
Okay, Tobias Harris with the ball. Thomas with the ball up top.
Ball off the Cavs play. Darian Thompson to shoot. Sam Merrill, by the way, into the catch.
Thompson driving.
He gets inside, gathers.
Thompson got to stop putting himself up under that basket. Another fucking turnover.
Turnovers in game 4. Detroit struggled with the turnovers. And Thompson comes right back.
Another turnover.
That's 5 turnovers now.
Thompson gets the ball back. I'm not gonna say I don't like the ball bit as much.
Each team per game.
K for 3. Give me you guys' his opinion. Not saying that Thompson don't have good ball handles, but sometimes when he gets in this half court, he turns the ball over a lot, man.
Harden, Allen, and Stewart.
Okay, K's guarding Harden.
Shot clock at 8.
Switches back up.
Harden gets in the paint. The floater's up. Shot bounces around.
Oh my God, we got to stop this. We got to listen. We got to get to him at that free throw line before he's throwing that floater up. Make him shoot free. Make him shoot jump shots. K driving. K with the step up block. Shot is blocked. Thompson with the ball. K for 3. Got it. Let's go.
That's the intangible of Asar Thompson. Keeps getting other possessions for his team.
Well, activity creates opportunities for yourself and your teammates, and he did it right there.
Harris for 3. Got it. See, and this is what I just got through saying that we have to stop allowing Cleveland to have open 3-point shots. We did that a lot in game 4.
That's a guy that practices that every single day so we can get it off in a short period of time. Did you swivel your hips when you shot? I swiveled my hips, but I will not do that on the dance floor.
Harris. Thompson block.
There comes Harden the other way. Finds Schroeder. Schroeder off the bounce, drives inside, layup.
Oh my God.
A foul got hit in the head. Harris LeVert's going to be called for it. And a
Wow.
3-point play for Schroeder.
And 1 for Cleveland. Time out Detroit. See, and these are the things that these wide open threes, we're giving them open looks. And they killed us in game 4 with these open 3-point looks. They had our defense playing off their heels. But look, the defense is playing good, man. We have to settle down, get back into Detroit basketball, and continue being aggressive and attacking the basket. So thus far, man, I like the game play. We just have to settle down. These turnovers are costing us points off of turnovers. So we have to just settle down and we'll be all right. Yeah, but as you guys come in, please hit that subscribe button. I'm going to keep talking about it. We're closing down on 1,000 subscribers. I cannot do it without you. It doesn't cost you guys a thing to hit that subscribe button. So please do that. And then make sure that you're hitting that like button also, too. I want to see the likes up. Please. Yep. So giving you guys his thought on this first half, man. There's been Detroit has had a few turnovers. So far, the guard play is looking good tonight. We have to get our big men involved. We have to force them to play our big man, because right now our big men are not being in this first half has not been involved. So we got to keep them honest down low too. I want to see Tobias Harris attacking the basket a little bit more, doing a little bit more back down. Same thing with Cade. And CC Motion even said it too. I would love to see Paul Reed down there in the second half too, with Durham, because he was aggressive and he had a pretty good game last game. So we definitely need him to continue to be able to contribute, offensively. I don't know what's going on with. What's going on with my make sure my okay, it looks like everything is cool. I don't know why my boy. It looks like everything is good, so just trying to make sure my cameras and everything are focused, you guys. So see me moving my hands around the camera. Just sometimes these cameras are, go in and out of focus. So just trying to keep everything in focus. Sometimes I have to. All right. Well, anyway, what's good out there, man? I want to say what up, though, to everybody out there on Facebook, everybody out there on YouTube, everybody out there on Instagram. We are broadcasting live from all areas.
Shooters, you overcompensate because
See, and that's what I just talked about that. We've been overcompensating on defense, leaving these 3-point shooters wide open, and we have to put a stop to that early.
Because the defenders are so worried about that guy getting free. You saw that number on Sam Merrill when he plays and when he doesn't. What a difference. Sometimes teams just play better when a certain guy's on the floor with them. Often it's the role players who just
Cleveland has took the lead. They're up 19-22. Detroit with the ball driving.
It's a difference maker.
Thompson with the ball bringing it up. Wow, offensive call on Jenkins, it looked like.
Sasser on the push-off. Sasser's only played 3 minutes in one game so far. As Atkinson shouting out instructions.
Okay.
He's only played 5 total minutes in the playoffs, getting an early ball.
Right. Well, Saucer on offensive foul.
Strus.
3 for Strus. Didn't get it. Rebound, Levert. Levert with the ball bringing it up.
Stewart also in the game for Detroit. Mobley's back in for the Cavaliers.
B. Stu with the ball, passes it up to Cade. All the way, Cade. Cade for 2. Let's go.
8 points for Cade Cunningham.
Mitchell with the ball. He's doubled. Back up top.
Fairly well, but not bad. Schroeder pass deflected. Thompson.
Ball back to Cade. Cade on the steal. Cade for the dunk. Let's go. Detroit takes the lead, 23-22. 2 minutes less than the first quarter. You have Mobley with the ball bringing it up. He's picked up by Beef Stew. Open 3.
And he hits the 3. Excellent three-point shooter who has not shot as well as he'd hoped.
Cleveland with the lead, 25-23.
And it was created because of the early push. You got the Pistons to run back to the paint. Spruce trail.
Stewart for 3, I should say. My bad.
That's not what you expect from Stewart. He's not a bad three-point shooter.
Beef Stew for 3.
He's now 3 for 5.
Detroit takes the lead back, 26-25. Truce for 3 again. Didn't get it. Rebound by Thompson. Thompson's bringing the ball up. Beef Stew again for 3. Got it. Let's go. Let's go, Beef Stew. See, this is what we need. We need our bench players to come off the bench and provide buckets. Cleveland for 3. Didn't get it, in and out. Detroit ball.
It looked like it was touched by Mobley, and it was.
Well, I'm not sure this was part of the defensive game plan for Kenny Atkinson. You didn't expect Isaiah.
I don't know what's going on with my arm.
This first 3, you certainly didn't expect him to run it back as he trailed the break. And then a great closeout by Stewart on Sam Merrill.
All right, here we go.
Reload that corner 3.
He shot 33%.
Thompson with the ball.
Season took 120 of them. Has taken.
Kay got it down low. Kay with the ball. Fall away. Didn't get it. Mitchell with the ball. Oh, wow. We should have had that. That's okay. Levert on good defense. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Mitchell driving. Off the glass.
Trips and falls, and he's shaking up.
They better not call no foul. Mitchell looked like he's hurt.
Right underneath the basket. I'm not sure if that's where he tripped.
Maybe be a wet spot, but
right after the layup.
Here come the theatrics. Here come the BS. I feel you. And that was not no foul on us. He slipped.
No, he just
twist that ankle.
Right in front of the photographer, but he just turned it.
Yeah, he never even made it over a little bit, but actually from that angle, did his heel hit the?
Yeah, it's definitely a bunch of theatrics, bro.
Shoot.
Yeah, I hope they didn't call that no goddamn foul.
In the game. See that all the time.
Yeah, he'll be all right. You know, it's just like you said, CC Motion, a bunch of theatrics. You know, get that ankle taped up. You'll be all right.
One of the worst sprained ankles I ever had as a player was in warm-up lines before a game when I stepped on a cable, like a television cable. So that's a tough spot for Donovan Mitchell right there. Looks like he's going to be okay.
K for 3, didn't get it.
Final seconds here of the first. Mitchell's got
6 seconds left. They throw it up. Nothing. So Detroit Detroit ends the first quarter 29-27.
One of 4 from the field. Well, James.
So I really can't complain about that first quarter. We had a few turnovers that were costly that led again to points off for turnovers. But for the most part, we had guys coming off the bench that produced. You had guys that normally come off the bench that started that produced. So for the most part, that was a pretty good first quarter for Detroit. CC Motion 1998 said he was like, my leg, my back, my leg and my back. Right, exactly. Get your ass up. It ain't even wet over here. Just all the theatrics, man. That guy, and he set a tone for that game 4, after game 3 complaining about the calls and shit, but I don't think that once yet have we complained or said anything about any calls from the referee. So, we're going to thug it out. Look like I'm having a few technical difficulties. Let me know, you guys, if I'm having a lot of buffering and if my camera is not focusing. Let me turn this down. I can hear this replay. But yeah, man, I have no complaints thus far. Like I said, there's been a few questionable calls from the refs, but for the most part, they're letting these guys play. And that should have happened in Cleveland, because it seems like when they're in Detroit, they let them play, and they're not blowing that whistle as much. But when we were in Cleveland, that's all you heard was that whistle. Like the song was on, blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. So we need to hear that shit tonight in Detroit's favor. So what's good, man? How's everybody Wednesday going? Hopefully everybody is having a great day. Hopefully Detroit will give us a better day with this win tonight. Because it's always, it always makes a bad day for me after a Detroit loss. My day is just all fucked up, so I couldn't wait until this game came back on. And we here, man. We got to pull this out. Because like I said, normally the winner out of game 5 goes on to win this series. So we don't want Cleveland thinking that they can win this series, especially if they get this game going back to Cleveland 3-2. So we definitely have to definitely have to get this game. It's pretty much, this is a must-win game for us. This is like a game 7. We should be approaching this game like it's an elimination game. Because if we don't win it, we'll be facing elimination. So what other games do we got going on tonight? I believe that LA series is over with, so we may not have no more games on tonight. If I'm not mistaken. CC Motion. Do we have any other games coming on tonight? I believe that LA series is over. All right, here we go. Game back on.
I think we did well. We maintained their first punch. They came out and hit some crazy threes in the beginning, but we held our own.
Cleveland driving for 2.
Turnovers hurt you guys, though, in that first quarter.
Yes, it did.
What was causing them? How do you clean them up?
Right, they were playing swarm. They were swarming the ball. They were in every right position to steal the ball. I think we were beating ourselves up when we didn't have to.
All right, thanks for your time, Jared.
All right, Lisa, fellow big man Mobley knocks that one down.
Okay, so there's no other games on tonight. K for 2.
His ability to get to wherever he wants to go on the floor. He's just got that great size in the lean back, but if he beats his man out by half court, and he's got
Mobley with the ball.
Beats his man out by half court, and he's got a sight line in front of him to the top of the key. Somebody has to step up and
What the fuck? We just gonna let him drive like that?
I believe they're going to call it on Stewart.
Come on, Stu.
That would have been Harris's third.
Yeah, you just see just in complete retreat mode here. If you're Evan Mobley, at some point, I think you need to meet him a little bit higher because he gets to walk you down to 15 feet. That is exactly the area.
What's up, you guys? I need for you guys to make sure y'all hitting that subscribe button. Your boy is closing down in on 1,000 subscribers. You know, it's the goal that we put out. Free throw is made the first free throw. You know, we set a goal out on 1,000 subscribers a few years ago, and we are here.
5-by-5 game in the history of the
You know, had a few road bumps in the road, but we are back up and we are back running. So trying to get that soon. So I cannot do it without you guys hitting that subscribe button. Okay, he misses the second free throw. Rebound by Thompson. That boy got ups. Gabe with the ball up top.
This was a guy that was defensive player of the year a year ago. It helps explain some of the limitations.
See, and that's what I want to see K do. When that double team comes, you have to get that ball up. K for three, got it. K is looking good in this first half. Good block. Jump ball. Wow. Yeah, that should be.
There's a good chance he's going to get hit with a.
He should be ejected. That was a punch.
No, they'll jump at center court. Tyson and
now he getting into match mate.
Now Tyson's got to be careful here, because if he got a tech on that first one, gets a double tech here, he's gone. And wisely, Donovan Mitchell and his teammates pushing him away. Tyson, his second-year players, had a really nice season. All right, so everything good right there. Everything good there. And then that extra part, and that was after the whistle. So they're going to review it. And then Tobias Harris, Tyson giving him the stare down.
Hopefully they both took breath mints.
Well, that's not much you do about nothing, but Tyson. Yeah, so technical foul on Tyson. Tony Brothers in his 32nd year. Tyler Ford in his 11th year. He get minus detritus.
He must don't know where he at, y'all.
Tony Brothers, this is his 229th playoff game.
So, yeah, you know,
and I think this is just frustration.
That's all it is, just frustration. His shot was blocked. You know, it ended up getting the jump ball.
Expect to have that blocked from behind, and now it's just a little bit of bravado kicks in.
Okay, I thought that was a punch down, so he was just pushing it.
Ball away from
Stewart, ironically, the one with cooler heads prevail, just walked away from it. Stewart has been such a valuable player off the bench all season long.
CC Motion. So who you got in that San Antonio, Minnesota series? I have to look at it and see who's up. I don't know who won that one last night.
Ball center circle. The technical on Tyson stands. There is no other unsportsmanlike act on the play. There'll be a jump ball between Tyson and Stewart at midcourt.
So they can get together again at center court.
Talk it out.
Shake hands and go back to your corners. Tyson had an excellent regular season early on when the Cavs were dealing with some injuries. Had a really good stretch. Stewart, by the way, had an 8-block game earlier in the playoffs. He's one of the best shot blockers in the NBA.
All right, we got a jump ball. Detroit up 30-34.
Major part.
10:44 left in the first half.
Orlando Magic.
He's only playing about 10 minutes a game in the series, so Cunningham will shoot the one-shot technical.
CC Motion 1998 said it's tough. No lie, that series can go either way. You talking about the Minnesota? So who's up? Is it still tied, or did San Antonio take the lead last night?
As we said, he usually shines.
I like San Antonio. I like Minnesota too. You know, and looking from out of the East, I would like to see Minnesota win that battle, because I think it would, you know, it would be a better matchup for Detroit. I think San Antonio is too big for Detroit. Not saying that we wouldn't be able to be physical with them.
All of the time spent lining guys up for jump balls, I'd have another 5 years back.
Detroit wins the jump ball. Kay got the ball, dribbling it up. Kay up top with the ball.
Good aggressive defenders, got good size. He's got one of the best in basketball right now. Harris strides inside, goes right at Mobley. Impressive move.
Cade to Harris for the 2.
Field goal.
Let's go, Harris.
Largest lead here in the first half.
Detroit is up 7 points, 30-37.
He's so long. Harris took it to his chest.
Wow.
Beautiful floater from Mitchell.
Hey, Mitchell, he got that floater down pat. That's one thing I can't say. CC Motion in 1998 said it's 3-2 Spurs winning, but the Wolves are no joke too. I agree. They're definitely no joke. Tobias driving with the floater, got it.
He's coming on. He missed his first shots. And now it's in his last 3.
Let's go.
Of defense. They've been chanting that all season long. That was close to
Yeah, that should have been 7 seconds. Turnover by Cleveland.
7 turnovers now for Cleveland.
Oh, they down there talking shit. Tobias talking shit to that boy. Got him in his feelings.
Right here, you see, that's the best way to attack a shot block.
Yes, sir. Attack it.
There by Mobley, straight up. But if you take it into his chest, you can hang in the air a little bit longer.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, look, I love Tobias' play, man. Cade with the ball, bringing it up.
Tobias Harris to catch that and beat him to the short baseline.
Cade up top. Cade.
Stays with him. Back up top to Sasser.
Back up top.
Sasser on the drive.
Fast dribbling. Pulls up. Got it for 2. And that was a contested shot. That's a good shot.
A surprise appearance from Marcus Sasser.
Yes.
And he gets his first bucket. Again, he's played very
double.
Well throughout the playoffs. Thompson deflects it out of bounds. He is everywhere defensively.
Hey, that defense is starting to turn up. CC Motion said, "Please, Detroit, blow these goofies out the game." Hey, listen, we need a blowout. Taking this back to Cleveland and let them know what time it is.
On that type of play,
we just need to have a good game, man. Because like I said, even in those 2 losses in Cleveland, we were in the games. We allowed turnovers to
10 steals in a playoff game.
Cost us those games. Harden driving, Cade on the defense. Force shot, nothing.
J.B. Bickerstaff talks all the time that Cunningham's defense is underrated, and this crowd loves it.
Well, that's just textbook right there.
I want to see a blowout too.
And using your base. Not overreaching. That's what Harden relies on. He wants you to reach and get off balance so he can hit you with a crossover and go by you. Cade Cunningham squared him up a couple of different times.
And moving your feet to the clinic there.
Okay, Strauss with the ball.
Mobley, Harden, and Mitchell.
Passes off to Harris.
Mobley looking.
Harris driving.
Harris pulls up.
Pulls up for the 2. Good. Detroit up.
Detroit hasn't missed.
Detroit up 11. Let's go.
The lead is 11. Timeout, and they're on their feet here at Little Caesar Arena.
Yes, and for the most part, man, this is Tobias. Look, he's continuing to have a great playoff run for Detroit this year. And like I said, man, the defense is always going to keep us in the game. Even the games, both games in Cleveland, we were in the game. We allowed these turnovers, and we allow for the refs to, get us out of those games. But hopefully tonight we can get back on track, get this game tonight, and close it out in Game 6 in Cleveland. Because we got to get a win on the road. We cannot win this. I'm not going to say we can't win the series without getting a road game. But I want to see us get a game on the road. We have to. And what better way to rub it in there? Once we get this win tonight, go back down to Cleveland and rub it in their face. That's what I want to do. Yep, rub it in their motherfucking face. But for the most part, man, I have no complaints. We're playing team basketball tonight. We're playing on all cylinders. Everybody is contributing. We had a few turnovers early in the first quarter. We kind of got that under control a little bit, because there's going to be turnovers, but you just have to limit your turnover. You can't be having 15, 16 turnovers a game. And for each player, you cannot be having 3-4 turnovers. That's costly. That will cost you a game. CC Motion said, I really hope to see send them packing to Cancun. Yes, I really want to, and what better way to go back to Cleveland and close it out down there in front of their fans. Because if you guys notice, and I don't know if you guys notice, but when we're playing in Detroit, the referees will allow them to play hard. They'll allow them to be physical. But when we're in Cleveland, that whistle, like I said, it's like the song is playing. Blow the whistle. That's all you heard. So just watch tonight's game. They're going to when they allow these guys to be physical, Cleveland cannot match up with Detroit. Cleveland looks for the ref to make calls to pretty much keep them in the game, because when Detroit is being physical with them, there's no match. They can't handle the physicality of Detroit. It basically is what I'm trying to say. Look like I'm having a lot of buffering. Hopefully I'm not I'm looking over on my other screen and look like it's buffering, but let me know if you guys can hear me and see me good. Hopefully I'm not doing a lot of buffering over here. I might got a lot of shit going on, so I may have to, what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to probably turn this off. That way I don't have a bunch of stuff going on. Okay, so here we go. Game back on.
So far in the first half here, not only is it going to contain the basketball, but it's anticipation off the ball to create offense. If you throw a bounce pass around Asar Thompson, you better be sure.
Okay, Cleveland driving. Mobley didn't get it. Tobias Harris with the rebound.
Here's Sasser.
Sasser driving.
Way down the stretch of the loss in game 4.
Passes off to Jenkins. Jenkins with the ball up top.
He's got some critical minutes.
Jenkins driving.
Jenkins got the start. No Duncan Robinson tonight.
In the corner.
Somehow finds his way to Stewart.
Stewart. Damn.
24-second violation.
Didn't get it off. Come on. We have to be aware of the shot clock.
Elite defensively. Body on, be physical, communicate on rants, and then let's get out and transition and play fast. All right, great job, fellas.
And I was just basically that's what I was just saying. When we're physical with them and they can't handle the physicality of Detroit.
We had a feeling we're going to bounce back hard with the pass. Back to Mitchell.
Mitchell for 3. Didn't get it. Rebound Detroit.
Who else? Thompson.
Thompson driving. Jenkins with the ball on the sideline. Back to Thompson. Thompson back to Jenkins. Saucer with the ball dribbling. Okay, back to Tobias. Let's make something happen, Tobias. Oh, my God. Come on. Tobias for 2. Got it. Let's go.
How about Tobias Harris missed his first 6 shots? He's hit 5 in a row.
Well, he looked completely bottled up, but he had enough time and awareness to still get to one of his favorite spots on the court.
Oh, another steal. Let's go. Jenkins with the steal. Oop. To Thompson. Let's go. That's what we need. I'm telling you, I told you when we physical, they cannot handle that. Let's go. Mitchell with the ball driving.
Mitchell in the corner to Wade.
That's some bullshit.
Pistons haven't missed a shot here in the second quarter. They're 8 for 8.
Turnovers, 8 of them already. And Kenny Atkinson said the one thing they can't continually survive is for the Pistons to get more field goal attempts. They've got 8 more already, a quarter and a half in. And here's Tobias Harris bailing out a difficult possession because he's still getting to that elbow area.
Hey, that boy. Earned at the line for 3, which was some bullshit on that foul. Like that's crazy. It's like the refs will do anything to try to keep Cleveland in the game. And you just called it, CC. Anything to keep them in the game.
Going in the second half of game 4, but Kenny Cunningham off to a great start. DraftKings is the #1 sports book for live betting. Use promo code SPLASH when you sign up.
Allen Struce come back in. Thompson's going to get a rest. Thompson, 4 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 4 steals. Harden at the free throw line. Harden has spent a good deal of his life at the free throw line. In NBA history, there's only 2 players who have taken more free throws than James Harden. The mailman Karl Malone first and LeBron James second.
All right. Revert with the ball, bringing it up.
Half to go.
K got the ball up top.
Second quarter, it's been for the Pistons. Cunningham.
Cunningham up top.
Harden on him.
Cunningham for 2.
Shot.
Didn't get it.
Allen the rebound. Harden throws it ahead to Schroeder. Got off nicely by Jenkins. Jenkins can defend as well.
Harden on the sideline. I mean, on the side of the key.
Defensive 3 seconds. So one
Oh, my
shot technical.
gosh.
Nice shot there from Harden.
And Max Strus making Tony Brothers aware he was blinking the entire time. And you get caught there hanging in the lane, give James Harden a freebie.
J.B. Bickerstaff making sure Tyler Ward's aware he's there. You know, we talk so much about players and the energy they bring and how that's important to a team. We don't talk that so much about coaches anymore. The energy he brings to this team, and they feed off his energy. When he came here in his second year, the team was obviously floundering at such horrible seasons. He has changed the culture here in Detroit.
Well, I love coaches that are
Come on.
on the sideline.
Harden for 3. Didn't get it.
And an emotional
Rebound Detroit, Durham.
It fits perfectly with this group.
It's perfectly in this city.
K for 3. Didn't get it. See, and that's what I'm saying. We don't get the same call.
Here in a second. Harden pulls back. LeVert playing big minutes again. He's guarding Harden. Good help there from Harris. With an individual defense and team defense for the Pistons. So impressive. That's going to be a 2-pointer. And Harden throws it.
Harden for 2.
Tough shot, but right now the Cavs are holding the ball too long individually. They're not moving the ball quick enough. They're not getting
It's like an 8-0 run. Come on.
So the Pistons are just locked and loaded, and their game plan can be executed a lot easier defensively.
K driving. K for the pull up. Come on, that was a lazy pull up, K.
Cunningham, the game's leading scorer with 16. Harden, the only other player with the Cavs in double figures. Allen lays it up.
Oh, my God. What the fuck?
Timeout from J.B. Bickerstaff. Good answer from the Cavaliers. They score 8 straight.
Yeah, you know.
This is 2 really nice catches in traffic to get the Cavs.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in that 8-0 run right there. You know, we allowed them to drive to the hole with uncontested shots. That was a lazy runner by K. You know, sometimes with those runners that K throw up, man, he tends to be a little lazy with that versus being all the way physical, taking those shots to the hole, I should say. But give me a second, man. I'm looking over here on my screen. It looks like everything is just not right. Hold on. Wait, shit. Go drive those. Look like I'm having a lot of buffering going on. But yeah, man, for the most part, K got to pick it up. You got to be more aggressive. You got to stop throwing up them lazy floaters, you know, and take it all the way. You know, and that's my opinion. You know, when they're falling, but, you know, be aggressive, make these refs call those calls and blow them whistles. You know, we got to get these boys in the penalty. Yeah, but thus far, man, we've had a pretty good first half. I would love to see this lead extended. We just had them up by, I believe, we had a 8-0 run. So that's like 13 points we had them up. You know, we allowed them to cut it back down to, I believe, 9 points. What up, though, Connor the GOAT? Connor the GOAT made a comment. Hi, what up? What I missed? What I'm missing? Man, you just missing a lot of, you know, really you missing a good game. It's been a good defensive game. Cleveland just went on an 8-0 run. We had them down, I believe, 13 may have been the highest, but we allowed them to get a few questionable calls. But for the most part, we've been controlling the game. What's been good, man? How your day been going? I think I got too much shit over here running. Let me know if I'm buffering, you guys, because I'm looking on my tablet and it seems like I'm buffering, and my focus is a bit look like it's out of focus. But let me know how the audio and video is going, you guys. If I'm buffering, I may have to turn a few things that I got over here running off. It seems like when I look away at 6'7", Kev, what up, though? What up, though, cuz? Give me your opinion on tonight's game, man. How you think Detroit looking? We got it. Like I said, we've been so far limiting these turnovers. We had a few in the first quarter. We kind of got a grip on the turnovers, but we've let Cleveland get a few easy baskets late in the second quarter. To cut that 13-point lead in half. Give me a second. We're on a commercial. Yeah, they gotta let it fly. They definitely have to let it fly. And like I said, we definitely got to get this game tonight. Because most statistics show that game out of when the series is tied up, and most of the time the winner out of game 5 goes on to win the series. Well, here we go.
With a burst of speed. He's trying to argue with Tony Brothers. Not a good idea, Dennis.
No, we're still in the first half, Connor. I'm getting 40-47 Detroit. Detroit with the ball.
Only the second personal foul of the Cavs in the game.
Okay, Cade with the ball. Yeah, see, and the refs are not calling shit for us. Jenkins with the ball, driving back up to Cade for 3. Didn't get it.
Tips it.
Detroit remains with the ball. What's going on, everybody? I need for y'all guys to hit that subscribe button on your way into the door. Your boy's locking in and closing down on 1,000K, so please hit that subscribe button. It's been a goal that I've been trying to reach, and I'm there, and I cannot do it without you guys.
One field goal attempt to this point.
You said I'm buffering a little bit? Okay. I'm going to have to turn a few things off. I got a lot of stuff going on over here. Okay, Detroit, Jenkins for 2. Got it.
It's 9 points in his start. So with Durant, what do you see? Is he losing a little confidence? Is it what the Cavs are doing?
He's definitely lost confidence. Some of it is the fact that Evan Mobley is able to lurk in the rim because he's guarding his
you got
and he can just play center field. But Jalen Durant is not diving.
Harden with the ball down low. Being checked up by Cade. Good defense by Cade. Another turnover. Back to Richardson.
Inside to Allen. And Allen.
Oh, my God.
Boy, Cavs did a good job sticking with that.
6'7" Kev said Durant got to go to a dark place to win it all and start playing with some grit. I agree, man. He has not showed up offensively in the playoffs thus far this year. Defensively, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. At some point, I think he will show up and we will see a good offensive game from Durant. I was hoping tonight, but so far he's been MIA offensively.
This is a bullet that just makes it over the hand of Cade Cunningham. So it blurred his vision, but he's still able to catch, finish, and get fouled.
He has been a star in his role. He's been an all-star too, but just a smart, low-maintenance pro that you can rely on every night. Talk about a guy that's beloved.
Okay, Detroit with the ball. Back up top to LeVert.
Pistons up 8. Under 4.
Down low to Cade. Back up top to
Dennis Jenkins.
Jenkins for 3.
Fires away.
No good. Fuck.
Picked by Mitchell.
Mitchell with the ball driving.
Mitchell finds Mobley.
Mobley with the ball driving.
Mobley gets in the
checked up by.
Boy, LeVert played him well.
Good defense, LeVert.
Couldn't hold on. It's going to go the other way. Stoops wants him to challenge it. They inbound too quickly.
Connor the Ghost. Yes, sir. We 168 from 1K. No, it should be less than that.
Good. His first point, actually first field goal with a couple of free throws.
I think it's less than 168, Connor.
Largest lead, 15 for Detroit.
But yes, definitely hit that subscribe button, everybody.
Now whistle on a foul. Karis LeVert, number 2.
Well, you see here, this is really good defense. He's undersized. Mobley's trying to get him a little bit deeper.
And very undersized.
So
See, and that's why I say
from that distance.
we got to have Durham down there, because if not, we're undersized. I mean, LeVert he's a good defensive player, but
That is a tough.
he's more of an awesome offensive player than a defensive player to me.
Three-pointer.
Harder for 3. Fuck.
13 points. And it's back to a 7-point game.
Detroit with the ball.
LeVert.
Durham.
And defensive 3 seconds on the Cavs, so one shot checker.
Okay, let's get us some shots.
Victories, but if you look back,
Connor the GOAT said last time I thought 130, but forgot 100 to 200 is 100 instead of 60. I was thinking that time, laughing out loud. Okay, I have to go. Let me go and check and see.
There was a tie game with 3 minutes
I
left.
thought it was 130 myself.
Big play. So 2 games that easily could have gone either way. But still, nobody has been able to.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Here's James Harden trying to do it here tonight.
Well, we definitely need you guys to hit that subscribe button.
Game into Durham.
Okay, Detroit with the ball, driving Cade, and should have been an and one.
From Durham.
Well, they get some heat on.
Harden with the ball, bringing it up court.
You have to put that kind of velocity on it.
LeVert on defense.
Got to the front of the rim.
Pistons have 15 assists. Harden sees a double team.
Good double team. Good double team.
Has it ahead to LeVert.
LeVert on the drive. There we go. And one. Got the and one. That's what I'm talking about.
The Pistons once again.
Let's go. That put us up 11.
It's just far too casual.
See, and that's good. Listen, like I said, the defense will always keep us in the game, and then the defense will allow us to expand this lead.
Take away every one of those guys.
We just have to limit our turnovers.
Reverse it. And here again is that great pass by Durham, and even better finish by Cunningham.
Pistons are shooting 55% from the field.
There we go. And we got to start hitting these, continue to hit these free throws. Connor the GOAT said, wait, when next Pistons game.
They just made a run to cut it to
the next Pistons game, I believe, maybe Saturday. Friday or Saturday. I have to look it up.
Mitchell sees the double team, finds Mobley. Good help from Jenkins. Strus lines it up. Strus for 3.
Strus for 3.
Max Strus with his 3rd 3-pointer.
And that's how you have to operate if you're the Cavs.
Pistons up 9.
Drag it to the sideline, reverse it. You've got shooters.
149 left in the first half.
Boy, Max Strus has worked himself into be an impact player no matter where he's played. Jenkins fakes.
Jenkins driving. Jenkins for the dunk. Oh, didn't get it. Oh, Jenkins looked like he's hurt. Let's go. Hey, got the ball.
Cleveland, Cunningham inside Durham.
Come on, Durham. Let's get it. Let's go.
Right now, killing the Cavaliers.
Hey, what a turnaround that was.
10 turnovers that have led to 20 Piston points.
Connor the GOAT said, cuz I got the flag football Friday and Saturday, and if we win games, we will play Sunday. I might miss a live.
He just had a size advantage, so he went down into the post, and he's got.
Hopefully not, man. Hopefully we'll close it out
He knew that Jenkins
and get ready for that next series against New York.
Strus on Cunningham.
Cade with the ball up top.
Him up on the switch.
50 seconds left.
5 on the 24.
The pick coming. Cade driving.
In the lane, lefty layup, no good, but a foul.
Got the foul. See, and that's what I mean. When I see Cade drive to the hole, I want to see him go up to try to dunk that motherfucker.
You got numbers here. You got a shooter on the basically on the wing. You've got the best one defender to play too. James Harden has to make something out of that. Got to read a pump fake. He's got to wide.
And we need both of these free throws, Cade.
Find a way to get that over the top of Cunningham.
That's the first one.
Of course, the Pistons in the first round, when they knocked off Orlando, that was their first playoff series in 18 years.
Wow.
Back in 2008, Cade Cunningham was 6 years old. And now, this is his 5th year in the league. He's starting to talk about him as one of the great Pistons of all times. He keeps it going. Here in the MVP chance.
Connor to go said, but if it goes 7, I will see you on the game. No, for sure.
Some enormous playoff games once again.
I think it's going 6, man. I think we're going to close it out in 6. That defense is starting to tighten up a little bit more.
Boy, Johnson stays right with him. Pick it out.
Strus for 3. Man, Strus is on fire.
Pointer.
God damn it.
And Strus
He
right
keeping
now.
them in the game alone.
12 points.
27 seconds left.
What an X factor.
52-60 Detroit.
Team is, he competes defensively, but it's the
We
shot.
got to close this half out with a bucket.
Such a difference maker for this team, particularly
Cade with the ball
aggressive
up
defense
top.
on the 2 guards. It's about a
3 seconds differential
game
in the shot clock.
Double team.
Gabe and double.
Thompson
Thompson with the ball.
to the paint, kicks it out. Harris.
Harris for 3.
The tip
Fast.
by Allen. Final.
That was a good look by Harris, though.
Going to get it off in time.
Didn't get it. It's okay.
Will end the first half.
We're in the first half up by 8. That was a great first half. You know about Detroit. That defense looked good. We got to keep it up. Connor to go said, if you ever get 1 million followers on YouTube, will you quit your job? Just wondering. You know what? No, I'll never quit my job. I probably would go down to part-time or something like that. You know, I have a really good job, so I don't think I would cut down on some of my hours, I should say. You know, but you never quit your never quit your steady Eddie. You know, because just like the 1 million followers can come, I mean, subscribers can come, they can drop overnight, you know, and you'll be looking like a fool. But, you know, but for the most part, I will continue to work my job, you know, until I'm able to put up a substantial amount of money. Then I may think about it, you know, and then just retire early or something like that, you know. But I have a pretty good job that, you know, pays me pretty good money, you know, right now, you know. So I'm just waiting on, you know, to hit these YouTube goals and meet these requirements, and you know, we'll be making some moves over here too. Yeah, I work 8 hours a day, sometimes 9. Yep. Yeah, man. Hey, look, I really appreciate you and your comments, man. Riding with us throughout this. You know, we've been, like I said, the past month we've been having an up and down thing with my mixer not being in, but we back up and running. I just appreciate you being in the comment section, most definitely, Connor. But yeah, man, you know, if I was to get to 1 million subscribers within the you know, whenever I get there, I still would continue to work my job, you know, because I'm not going to say I'm not that far away from retiring, but I'm still some years away from retiring, you know, and I definitely wouldn't mess up that. You know, you still want to have all your benefits and all that stuff coming in, you know, because this YouTube stuff is not, you know, it's not definite. You know, that shit can stop overnight. You know, but look, it's halftime. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to go use the bathroom, get me something to drink. Connor to go said, you're likely only 29 years old. Now I'm a little older than 29. Yep. So look, I'm getting ready to go get me something to drink, use the bathroom, and I'll be back in a second. So give me a second and I'll be back. It's halftime. Detroit is up by 8. And the defense is looking good. So give me 1 second, you guys, and I'll be back.
Eastern Conference semifinals between the Pistons and the Cavs in Detroit. Cade Cunningham with a cool 20 in the first half. A lead that had been 15 for Detroit trimmed to 8 at halftime. It is NBA halftime presented by Hyundai. Ernie Johnson, Charles Barkley, Kenny the Jet Smith, all pumped up, and Shaquille O'Neal. Chuckster, question for you. You're not paying attention. What's up? Can I ask you the question?
Yes.
Could the Cavaliers be any more careless with the basketball?
That's why I got my hand here. Ernie, they should – well, the only bad thing about it for the Pistons, they should be up 16, 18 points. Ernie, this is some of the silliest turnovers. Like, nonchalant, no, like, yo, man, this is a pivotal game, no urgency. I'm like, what are y'all doing out here?
Yeah, because the bottom line that you see here with the 20-2.
But they had the most lackadaisical turnover. They had a 2-on-1, and gave it away. Like, it's so frustrating watching these guys, man. They place no value on the basketball.
Thing is too, when you look at it, Cleveland's out shooting Detroit. They're shooting about 55%, but they've only taken 33 shots because of all those turnovers.
Brutal, man. Brutal watching this. Like, take care of the damn ball. And you know, there's nothing the coach can say.
Not at all. Not at all.
Well, he can't
because not only, Ernie, it's not even the fact that they're turning the basketball over. They're turning it over and leaving to easy, fast break points. Woo! Let's go.
Under the Eba.
Does that count?
Great form, Speedy.
Thank you, baby. Thank you, Chef.
Speedy.
Thank you, Chef, brother.
Hey, good job, jet lag.
Everybody in the studio know what that means.
Good job tucking in your shirt, too.
Oh, thank you. I'll put it in. But I'll tell you, one of the things is this right here, freezing.
Come on, man.
You can give up turnovers, but you can't give up turnovers that lead to this. The first thing I said at the pregame was we cannot have Thompson have easy, fast break points because he's one of the top 10 guys in the league coming downhill. You're giving him easy ones. Again, you get the double team. Now, freeze it here. Easy, fast break points. There is no way you can win this game if you're giving up these kind of baskets because now they just leave.
Okay. We are back.
When you turn it over and you make it into a 2-on-1, you do not stop the basketball. You stop the basketball, and there's a guy there. So you cannot give up.
So yeah, man.
Sorry.
I'll let them finish talking, and but when they go to commercial, I'll do my finish up with my commentary. I should say.
That's what I said.
That I would say that Kenny Atkinson is probably uttering value possessions. This is a playoff game as his team is down, but only by 8. Cade Cunningham coming out doing what you saw.
We should be up way. We should be up way more than 8.
Your team know I'm coming to play. 7 for 14, 3 for 6. Listen, he's coming out aggressively.
Yeah, we should be up way more than 8. We allowed, Cleveland to break it down a little bit more. Because I believe we had them up by, if I'm not, the highest lead may have been 13 or 15, if I'm not mistaken. But we got to continue to keep the pedal on the metal, keep our foots on their throat, and do not let up defensively. We'll be okay.
They play well at home, but when you're that guy, you got to have performances like this. So I look for him to continue to play that well and 30, 35 points. It would be different if the Cavs are like a young team and didn't have guys like they got veteran guys. They got Hall of Fame guys and really defensive player of the year. And obviously Donovan's a hell of a player. I'm like, yo, man, just take care of the ball. And Kenny pitchers were fantastic. Like, because you didn't even get a chance to play defense on those.
At all.
And Tobias Harris is Mr. Reliable.
No, Connor, I wish I was 29 years old.
12 in the first half, timely buckets, and keeping Detroit in the lead.
And Ernie,
Excuse me.
Because he's also
Excuse me.
He got to pull up. He has an ultimate game. Sometimes he's just not super aggressive. But tonight in that quarter, he became aggressive. But he
did, because he started off 0 for 5 and finished off. I have to look at the box stats. But Tobias shit may be close to his 20.
So what's happening, they're keeping those passes inbounds.
In the first half.
If you throw it out of bounds, at least you have an opportunity to set your defense, which they don't have any opportunity to do.
The
What's that
Pistons.
coach's name?
What's that, Coach Wilmot Benjamin?
Oh, yeah.
Will
52 is your
somebody
halftime.
name that kid Wilmot?
My
Dumbass name.
Oh, easy. That's my
So what's going on out there, Facebook? How's everybody doing? I think I had a little buffering going on earlier, but hopefully we got that under control. I closed a few things down. I had a lot of stuff going on. My laptop, my Kindle, not my Kindle, but my iPad. I'm streaming my TV, plus what's going on upstairs. So hopefully I got that taken care of, and you guys are hearing and seeing me without any buffering or any interruptions, I should say. But look, man, it's been a good first half. Detroit needs to continue up and follow this second half up like how they had a great first half. Continue with the defense, and just continue and find continuing to go to the hot man. That first half you had I believe Jenkins had a good game first half. Pretty much it was all around team effort offensively in the first half. You know what? And that's what I'm getting ready to do. I'm getting ready to look up the box stats so I can have that on hand. But look, man, I want to thank everybody who's been rocking with your boy. Again, we are closing in down on 1,000 subscribers, and I could have not done it without you guys. I want to thank everybody who's always in here with your boy every time we go live. And we've been doing a lot of the games, a lot of sports stuff lately. We're getting ready to get back to our normal scheduled routine with, our own shows, our own topics and things like that. And getting back to the daily topic, what goes on throughout the country. So right now I just been feeding y'all, spoon feeding y'all a lot of these Pistons and sports game and doing sports talks. But over here we do everything. We talk sports, we talk about what goes on throughout the country, and we have our own topics. But when my Pistons and my Lions are playing, I have to support them. And that's what we do over here. Okay, so I'm just getting ready to look up the box stats so I can have them on hand.
NBA Halftime is presented by the all-new Hyundai Palisade. Visit HyundaiUSA.com.
We welcome you back.
catch it straight.
Come on,
I do.
Come on, man. Y'all know damn well about the name of that kid Wilmot.
Mr. B.
You're right, Coach Ackles. You're right.
Yes, indeed.
Oh,
Good. Gilly and Rodney, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
$10 for a large. $10 for anything.
All right, there we go.
$10 for your choice of hot crust. Like our new.
Okay, we pretty much we've contained Mitchell for the most part. We cannot allow him to do what he did in that last game and heat up in the second half. Cade, wow, Cade got 20 already in the first half. Tobias with 10, Jenkins with 9, Thompson with 4, Doran with 2. Yeah, Doran, man, Doran got to step up. Doran only has 2 points, 4 rebounds in the first half. Levert has 7 and 1 off the bench, and Stu has 6 points. So we're overall we're doing it as a team where everyone's contributing. In the second half, I want to see a little bit more containment on Strus. He's had a lot of open 3-point shots in that first half, so we have to do a better job, at containing that 3-point line. Because that's what's kept Cleveland into this game thus far is the 12 points from Strus from 3-point line. Because I believe from 3 he's, let me see. Yeah, he's 4 from 6. Yep. So he's got all his points from 3 from the 3-point line. So we just got to do a better job at closing out. We're over helping on defense, therefore is leaving the 3-point shooters open. And Strus, he's been knocking them down. Strus been knocking them down, I should say. Yep. So we just got to do a better job, man, and guard this 3-point line more, and continue to knock down our buckets and limit these turnovers. Because in the most part, man, Detroit has control. And let me go to the boards. We've controlled the offensive boards. We controlled the floor of the game. We just have not controlled the free throw line and these calls from the referees. We outscored them. Well, we outscored them in the first and we outscored them in the second. So we just got to keep pace, man. And we'll be okay. Detroit is looking good.
Caesars Arena, Game 5, Eastern Conference semifinals. An 8-point lead for the Cavs. This series tied at 2 games apiece. First half stats brought to you by Grey Goose Vodka. A lot of stats you can look at. Points off turnovers, number 1 legs, as the defense smothering at times for Detroit.
And the Cavs actually fortunate right now, only down 8. They were outplayed in that first half.
Yes, they were.
Shooting the ball.
And I said that we should be up way more than what we are, but here we go.
That led to easy open court points. That's what's killed the Cavs.
Great point on the Cavs. They're only down 8. They're shooting 64% from the field, but the turnovers have been crushing for them. Pistons take advantage pretty much every time.
Mitchell with the ball.
That the Cavs turn it over. Mobley drives out.
Mobley.
Slips it into Allen. Jared Allen comes up.
Didn't get it. Came up short, Jared with the rebound.
Mobley lost it.
Fuck, come on.
And he's fouled.
Oh, my gosh.
Good second effort from the Cavs as we go to Lisa.
Kenny Atkinson, who said exactly what Tim Legler just said. He said, look, we're not playing well. We didn't play well in that first half, but we're happy to be down only 8 at the half. He said they have 11 more shots at the rim than us in that first half. We got to get the ball to the rim more. Got to stop turning the ball over, though. He said that is the priority. Their pressure is what it is. He said, so we've got to screen better. Our spacing has to be better. But number 1, we've got to fix the turnovers.
All right, Lisa.
Come on, let's go. Tobias with the rebound.
A lot of contact in the paint.
Oh.
Jenkins comes the other way.
Yeah, I'm surprised Mobley didn't get a call on that. He took that with force.
Oh, my God. Come on, Durham.
And the Pistons do not convert an opportunity going the other way.
Mitchell, guarded by Thompson.
Mitchell for 3.
It's over. Can't get it to fall.
Didn't get it.
4 foul against Durham.
Oh, my gosh.
Durham, just 2 points. Again, scoring has been a struggle for him in these playoffs. 5 rebounds. 4 assists. His defense, though, is a big part.
Yeah, and that's the only reason why I haven't said put Reed or someone else in there. Because his defense,
only had 6 rebounds in the last.
He can change the game with his defense.
He's also a guy that will step up, take charges, contest as he did right there. But nice drop off.
Oh my gosh!
Right there in the right spot, right time.
Mobley 5 more assists.
Okay, with the ball, look. We got to be a little bit more aggressive offensively. We cannot allow Cleveland to keep lingering around.
Open, and their lead cut to 6. It was as high as 15.
K driving.
Trying to find some space. Good defense from Harden.
K passes off.
Some of the shot
Azar.
Put it up.
Thompson up.
Right
didn't get it.
Wait the rebound.
See, I don't like the ball in Thompson's hand with a few seconds left on the clock because, in my opinion, he's forcing. Oh my gosh! So that's the 4th foul call already in this 3rd quarter. So their next call, they're going to be in a penalty.
15 free throws in game 4. He's only taken 2 so far. As Durant picks up his 2nd.
See, and this is what we don't want to happen. We cannot let Donovan Mitchell do what he did the last game. We pretty much contained him in the first half. We cannot let him have a 30-plus second half like how he had in that last game.
8 times. He's made the playoffs every year, but has never made the conference final. All he wants to do is win and get his team to the finals and a chance to play for a title.
He wants it so badly to get past this round. And for that to happen, he's going to have to be better on the road than he's been to this point in the postseason.
Yeah, 39 points in the second half. That's crazy.
Much as he did in game 4.
And I believe he set a record, so we cannot allow that to happen, ever again.
In a playoff game.
Especially when we, hold our heads and our crowns high on defense. What the fuck?
Away from the ball.
I'm like, fuck, what's K doing? They've gotten the lead down to 4.
To get called for it. First foul on Mitchell. I think there's some games where we're thinking, boy, there's a lot of contact going on. They've let them play.
They have.
Nice pass.
Good jump ball. There you go. That's how you got to get Durham involved.
One of the few times he's had a dive opportunity without a lot of traffic in front of him on the catch.
Allen catches it, traffic, and travel.
Let's go, defense.
We'll see the Pistons right here. Cade Cunningham, he draws 2. Harden wants to stay with Tobias Harris. Tough decision he made. Mobley just could not get there in time.
That's what we got to do.
Delivery by Cunningham, and Durham finally gets something easy.
Durham only averaging 9.5 points per game in this series. Averaged 19.5.
Hey, with the ball, dribbling, attacking.
Came down with it.
Come on, K. What the fuck? See, and that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what that I don't understand with K.
They cut back on it after a rough start.
You're driving, you got the lane open. Take the shot. Harden for 3.
Hits a 3. Oh my God. Second 3-pointer. He's got 16. The lead is cut to 3.
And that's tough because he threw that ball 20-25 feet, went on a dead sprint for that dribble handoff, and the big was back in the paint.
Durham with the ball up top. Durham driving.
Durham gets inside. Banker won't go.
And foul.
A whistle on a foul, and Durham kind of saying, thank you, finally.
Yeah.
He will head to the line for the first time tonight.
This one's a little different. Look how far away he is when he threw that pass. And now he's on a dead sprint, and you put Durham in a tough position. He does not want to overcommit to Harden to get overextended, but instead Harden has too much space.
Let's go to Lisa Salters.
Well, Mike, to his credit, Jalen Durham has not shied away from talking about his struggles in these playoffs. After game 4, he said, look, I'm the anchor of our defense. I'm the one who's supposed to be dominating the paint on both ends, and I know I haven't done that. So it is weighing on him because he also said that he's his own biggest critic. He said, look, I have no excuse. I've just got to be better. He says he knows what he has to do to contribute to the team's success and that he's confident and will eventually turn things around.
Well, Lisa, you look at the size of the man. And
all right, 5-point lead by Detroit, 64-59.
Still learning, still developing. Had a great regular season.
All right, Harden with the ball driving.
Experience.
Out of bounds.
Deflected out of bounds. Still Cavs ball 10 to shoot. LeVert will check in, and Thompson will sit. And there you see the huge numbers that he put up during that regular season, averaging almost a 2010 season.
Free throw attempts cut in half as well. It just has not happened for him offensively in the postseason.
LeVert gets way out of Mitchell. Shot.
Mitchell with the ball.
2 on the 24. Mitchell's got a hook.
Mitchell dribbling. Mitchell for 3.
And an air ball.
Air ball.
4-second violation.
We got a lot of, it looks like a lot of buffer going on over here.
Harris doing a little bit of everything for these Pistons.
All right, Cade with the ball up top.
Cunningham with a 20-point first half. Mitchell guarding him.
And I said Cade needs a 40-point night.
Shot no good.
Let's go. Get that foul.
Picks up his second. It's one-on-one, he's almost unguardable.
Yeah, he is, and that's why they prefer to have more length on him. Dean Wade starts on him on that possession. They switch on the screen, and then Cunningham knows that he can go ahead and bully his way into the paint and get something good.
Pistons 8 of 9 from the free throw line. Don't miss a playoff moment with the NBA app. Tap to watch games live, break down tonight's top performers, and go behind the scenes in the Moments tab. Download the app now. Cunningham, he plays hungry all the time, and part of it, his first years in the NBA, boy, he was on a lot of losing. The first 3 years, they lost 59 games, 65 games.
Harden with the ball, bringing it up.
Lost season where they had a 28-game losing streak. He does ever want to go through that again.
Jenkins on defense. Lob to Allen. Wow.
And then they've been able to execute out of that double team and Harden and get the ball to the middle. That's the third time they've connected with the two bigs.
Cade with the ball, dribbling.
Again, Harden on the switch matched up with Cunningham. Going one-on-one. Gets inside.
Cade driving.
Wade deflects
What
it.
the fuck? Cade in these turnovers, man.
Double team.
Double team. It's trap. Harden got the ball up top. Jenkins. Foul by Jenkins.
Kyle doesn't like it, but he kind of gave him a forearm shiver there.
I mean, that's
I
like
don't know what's going on with this.
picking up a blitz. Right there.
Camera
That's
focusing.
the shot that he takes on the crossover. Jenkins hits him up in the shoulder area. I don't think there was any question about that call in my mind.
We were talking earlier, and the playoffs have gotten very physical. Freedom of movement is under siege right now.
It is. And, you know, off the ball, getting held prior to coming off the screen, all of that obviously ramps up in the postseason. That's why it's such a difficult game to officiate, because there's so much more physical activity taking place defensively.
Nice pass inside. Harris. Excellent hands on the deflection.
Hey, driving.
Fouled on the other end. Harden.
Let's go.
Second foul. 14th foul. With 7:24 to go.
JB Bickerstaff trying to say he was going up, but I don't think Cade Cunningham quite got into that gather. He's in the process of a crossover dribble right here. As you can see, Harden right there. There's the foul. The ball never even gets to his offhand. So it's a good call, and also the right call to make sure that's on the floor.
All right, Detroit with the ball up 5.
Jenkins
with the ball driving. He's double team.
First couple of threes.
Passes to Cade. Cade.
Robinson.
The Robinson.
Pulls up. High arching jumper. Can't get it. Stewart's.
Good. Oh, Stu almost had the rebound.
Schroeder back in.
Schroeder driving. Passes off to Harden for 3. Got it.
Again, he's got 19 points, and it's a 2-point game. Timeout, Detroit.
See, we cannot keep allowing the Cleveland to have these wide open 3-point shots. Look, the three-point game has kept Cleveland in the game tonight, and points off a turnover.
The key. James Harden stepping into one.
You know, that's crazy.
Taking one HIV pill a day doesn't seem like much, but having to take it every single day, over time, it started to add up. I was ready to let daily HIV pills go. That's why I chose long-acting Cabenuva.
So yeah, man, we've allowed for Cleveland to continue to knock down these open free 3-point shots. Pretty much that's been the tail of the game. Cleveland, they've been knocking down pretty much, most of the 3-point shots tonight that's been keeping them in the game. We've had a few points, a few turnovers, and they've gotten points off of turnovers. But for the most part, the defense has been consistent. Everyone's been contributing, and we got to tighten this defense back up some, and we'll be okay. And that's it. Once we tighten this defense all the way back up, we'll be fine. Right now, Cleveland are knocking down their 3-point shots, and we're not hitting any 3-point shots is the difference. See, and I don't know what's going on with all this buffering. We're not hitting any 3-point shots is the difference. See, and I don't know what's going on with all this buffering. Yeah, but for the most part, man, I want to apologize. I don't know what's going on with all this buffering, but we're going to continue to, keep it going. Hopefully everything clears up, because on my end over here, I'm on Facebook now. Everything looks clear on YouTube. Things were looking a little bit, but things look like they were buffering a lot. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hopefully coach can, have a talk with these guys, get these turnovers to a minimum this second half. And really what we got to do, we have to guard this 3-point line. They've been knocking these threes down tonight, and we have not. Earlier, Jenkins was knocking down, my 3-point shots, and pretty much I don't think no one else. I think Tobias has one. But we got to turn it up, man. We got to turn it back up. Detroit basketball. All right, see, it's crystal clear over here on Facebook. I'm gonna have to go back to YouTube and see what's going on. But yeah, for the most part, man, it's been a pretty good, even matched game. Detroit just got to turn back up.
We talked about Donovan Mitchell, and
Harden is starting to heat up too, so we definitely got to keep an eye and watch Harden. We got to definitely start maybe doubling down on Harden.
And in the playoff career, he's had some brilliant performances, and he's had some really rough performances too. But right now, playing a big performance in a game that they need.
Yes, he is. He's having a great game.
Fairly critiqued when he's had moments in the
All right, come on, get the ball in.
as well as his team needed him to, but that's
Dribble it up. Let's go. Let's go.
In this series, what he did in the fourth quarter of Game 3, the way he played.
All right, Detroit is up 2. Cade with the ball.
Doing his part.
Back up to Jenkins.
We were fighting over the screen.
Cade with the ball.
As well, finds Stewart.
Back to Stu. Stu with the dunk. Let's go.
Another great find from Cunningham and Isaiah Stewart with some offense. 8 points in 10 minutes.
Come on, we got to put a little bit more defense on Harden.
Max Strus, Levert, his third foul.
We got to guard this 3-point line too.
Isaiah Stewart giving him a little bit of fortune. Nice job on the screen. Gets held there by Wade. They don't see that. He's able to gather this as Jared Allen gambles a little bit, comes up empty, and Stewart has an easy one.
Well, Max Strus, who has had quite the interesting career. He started his college basketball at Lewis University, and he never really thought the NBA was a possibility. And he transferred to DePaul, and Dave Lato, the coach at DePaul, former assistant at UConn, said to him, hey, you need to change your aspirations. You can make the NBA. You have this insatiable work ethic. The only one I'd compare your work ethic to is Rip Hamilton, who Lato coached at UConn. And Strus said those comments from Lato completely changed the way he thought about a possibility of his career. And all of a sudden, he started thinking, you know what? Maybe I can make
Okay, Cade with the ball, bringing it up.
He played G League. He had two-way contracts, but he worked himself into a guy that was an impact player on playoff teams.
All right. Tobias with the ball down low, driving,
Then you just don't take no
spinning.
for an answer.
Oh, my God. Come on.
Harden the rebound. Schroeder bumps by Cunningham, gets inside.
Good defense.
A lot of contact there. Harden fakes. Harden, the floater is up. Can't get the ball.
Didn't get the floater.
Rebound. Follow.
Didn't get it.
And a foul.
Wow.
The Cavs said, where's the whistle? Man, there was a lot of contact on that sequence.
Well, the Cavs doing a little bit of work here on the glass. They had one offensive rebound at halftime, which contributed to that field goal attempt.
Okay, they can actually tie the game with these two free throws.
Holds off LeVert, goes up and gets it, gets some contact on his forearm.
Allen, 12 points and 7 rebounds. It's that one. Tonight's upcoming playoff schedule brought to you by Gillette. Remaining series schedule Friday at Cleveland Game 6, and then if necessary Game 7 of Detroit. And there's our guy, Mike Tirico. So he works the game last night in San Antonio, and what does he do on a day off? Wants to get away and relax and chill. He comes right back to an NBA game.
Probably sitting over there calling this game in his head right now. That's what he's doing. That's what Mike knows. Good friend, great colleague, one of the best.
One of the reasons he's one of the all-time greats is how much.
Okay, they've tied the game up.
Broadcast now, NBC.
5:50 left in the third. 68-68 Detroit. Thompson with the ball.
68, just past midway point.
Strus for three.
Stewart hit a couple of threes early.
Oh, my God, that should have been a foul. Thompson with the rebound.
Back to Jenkins.
Back to Jenkins for three. Didn't get it. B. Stu with the rebound. K for three. God damn it. Somebody hit something.
Second and third effort, and the Pistons back up by 3.
And they get extra possessions, but what a great shot by Cunningham because Strus fell basically at his feet. Very distracting for a shooter, but Cunningham stayed with it.
Harden for three.
Harden. Thompson went down, grabbed his knee. Now he's back up, but Thompson's shaken up. Schroeder. Yeah, there's just a lot of fouls.
That's crazy. They let them play when it's on our end, but when Cleveland has the ball, they'll blow that whistle. Thompson looked like he's hurt.
His second. And free throws for the Cavs.
Oh, yeah, that's just knee on knee right there. That is tough.
I know there's some play-ons, but that's a heck of a lot of contact. Thompson's still limping a little bit. Sasser is going to come in. He's going to come in, not for Thompson. Jalen Duren's coming in. Stewart and Cunningham will sit. Cunningham, 25 points. And Stewart, good job off the bench, 8 points in 11 minutes.
And this is that lineup that the Cavs went to in the first half, and they immediately ran some action with Strus and Merrill on the weak side for that flare screen that led to a three. Let's see if they go back to something involving the two shooters.
All right, he makes 1 out of 2. 69-71 Detroit, 4:50 left in the third. Thompson with the ball, dribbling up.
Game 5.
Back up to Durham. Back to Jenkins, to LeVert. LeVert for three. Oh, high shot.
Back to Jenkins.
Jenkins with the ball driving. Jenkins pulls up for 2. Got it.
In double figures in his first NBA playoff start.
Against this team, you have to box out differently. You start
CC motion. Here we go with the BS again. Yeah, I promise you. We playing against the refs and Cleveland. But we just got to hold our composure, man, and continue playing Detroit basketball. Harden driving. Oh my gosh! There you go. Bullshit.
Now with 21 points. And a chance for a 3-point play.
See, we cannot allow. See, and that should have been a push-off, if anything. Wow. Yeah, that's some bullshit, CC motion. We almost should challenge that.
They're going to challenge it.
That's the way they feel here in Detroit.
That should have been a push off.
Team in a tough city.
Definitely some bullshit, CC. I didn't see that first one, but it definitely was a push off on Harden, and the ball should be going the other way. The refs are full of shit. But yeah, man, we just got to continue. And we've been fighting through the refs and trying to fight with Cleveland, and we still been able to keep our composure. We just got to keep our composure, limit Cleveland to shots, continue to force them to make jump shots. They've been knocking down their 3-point shots tonight. I'll give them that. And that's what's been keeping them in the game, thus far. CC Motion 1998 said, we know what time it is. Yeah, anytime we get that lead, the refs will start calling that bullshit to make the game a little bit closer. So, we just got to keep that in mind, that we're not just playing them, we're playing against the refs too. Because if you guys notice, when we have the ball and it's down on our end, they'll let us play. They'll let those boys play hard. But when Cleveland has the ball, blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. That's all you hear. So the main thing, man, is I just want us to continue. We have to continue knocking down shots through that. When they start calling that bullshit, we have to go to our, to our key guys and knock some buckets down. That's it. Yeah, but again, I need for you guys to hit that subscribe button. We're closing down on 1,000 subscribers, and I cannot do it without you guys. Yep. So, yeah, man. I think we're going to get the job done tonight. I think we're going to close it out in Cleveland, Game 6. But, like CC Motion said, man, and if you notice, they stretched the first round out. Most of the teams went to Game 7. I believe we only had one team that was swept in the second round, and that was the Lakers, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, see, the thing to me about this, man, you got the winner of this series is going to play the Knicks. So you have the Knicks at home, watching this series, resting their players up, and just taking advantage of this time off and being able to study both teams. All right, here we go with the decision.
After review, on the closeout on the play, LeVert makes knee-to-knee contact.
Oh, my God.
Therefore, the challenge is unsuccessful. It's a foul on the shot. Detroit,
they full of shit.
And the ability to challenge the rest of the game.
Wow.
There you go, Legs. Yeah, this is what they're talking about. Now, I know that you see a lot going on here. James Harden definitely.
He pushed off before the fucking knee-to-knee.
Right arm a little bit right
here. The
push
push-off was before. That should have been a foul.
Here's what this is about. The closeout, and he gets up under Harden on his landing area.
Harden certainly sells the contact at the end.
That's some bullshit.
It was pushed back and forth.
CC Motion said, I ain't going to be surprised if they pull this bull BS in Game 6 too, just to push it to Game 7. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, man. That therefore we can't leave it in the refs' hands to be able to make these calls, man. We have to, stretch these leads out. Like now, we're allowing them to stay in the game. And we see that they're not really giving us no calls at home.
Virginia resident, I left Richmond, Virginia to go off to college, or else he would get it right into.
Like now, 72-73. K has to be aggressive, from here on out.
Old-fashioned.
Okay, with the ball driving. K with the pull-up, with the right. Got it.
And he's so good.
Like I said, Cade is going to have a 40-point game tonight.
Below the foul line along the baseline. No help up there at the top for shoot.
3.5 to go here in the third. Sasser.
Do not put your hands up, Sasser. Hard passes off the shooter. Shooter with the bullshit shot. Oh, my God. Bullshit.
That's going to be the second foul on Thompson.
That's horrible. That was a bailout call by the refs.
Calling it a little tighter here in the third.
Yeah, his.
Oh, that's bailout call.
I mean, he's sliding. He definitely
Wow.
got up into him when he first put it on the ground. That's pretty good defense. And sometimes a guy with a reputation of Asar Thompson's going to get a little bit more leeway with something like that.
Wow.
Free throws good. Well,
Horrible.
in partnership with the NBA and the NBA Coaches Association, coaches across the league wore custom autism-themed Nike shoes to celebrate Autism Acceptance Month. Game-worn shoes autographed being auctioned by Sotheby's from May 12th to the 18th. 100% going to the Max Foundation.
Missed a second.
The foundation by the Jazz assistant coach Scott Morrison and his wife Suzanne creates meaningful access and experience for autistic individuals.
K with the ball.
Wonderful job from the Morrison.
K driving.
The NBA is
all the way. See, and this is what I need from K. I need K to be aggressive.
We haven't changed ends of the floor here much.
Force the refs to make these calls. Force them to blow that whistle, K. You can't be going up laxico daisy and expect for them to, give you the benefit of the doubt on these calls. You have to go in that bitch driving hard.
And make sure that he gets contact.
Well, when you think of all-time great Detroit Pistons, Isaiah Thomas, who's here, he's right at the top of the list. Dave Bing, Joe Dumars, Bob Lanier, Chauncey Billups, Ben Wallace, Rip Hamilton, Grant Hill. And there's a couple of them right there with Kevin Gregory. A great PR maven here.
Big Ben in the house.
But Cade Cunningham is going to be on that list. He's not on the list right now the way he's playing. He's going to be an MVP candidate for a number
There we
of
go.
games. Got 29 points. Remember, he only played in 6 playoff games last year. First round, they moved to the Knicks, put up some big numbers, putting up big numbers in the biggest, most important games. Under 3 to play here in the third. Schroeder
For 3. Didn't get it. K with the rebound.
Wrestling down there. Merrill tried to grab it. Crowd not happy. They say still.
Oh, that's some bullshit. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Are they going to change it? Yeah.
Oh, to see it really live when it happened.
It could have been a push off on K, real talk.
Off of Merrill.
But well, no, not really.
Can't really see it from that angle who the ball hits, but it looks Merrill's trying to retrieve it, so I'm guessing.
Okay, Detroit with the ball, 73-77 up 4.
That's a grab in jersey.
Durham with the ball.
Back up top.
K with it up top.
Now Mobley guarding him. Former defensive player of the year.
Oh my gosh, come on. Come on, K. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. You have to be better, make better decisions with the ball.
Merrill, Bruce, 103. Got it.
He's been on fire. This is what's been keeping Cleveland in the game.
Off the bench,
Strus.
17 points, 5 of 7 from 3-point range.
How good is he been?
Durham.
Good with that ball reversal. That's what it looks like when you get an opportunity to get numbers on the weak side. This ball has to be a quick.
Yeah, see, and
fast. Sam Merrill gets rid of that pass.
yeah, Strus alone has been literally that's what's been keeping him in the game. That and the refs. And a lot of in the turnovers that we had, points off of turnovers, I should say. But realistically, they've been knocking. Strus been knocking down. He's 5 or 6 from 3-point range.
We're talking about his struggles in this series. You look back, though, Game 7 against Orlando, biggest game of the year up until that point, had 15 points and 15 rebounds.
Excuse me.
And he was a kid growing up in Philly, played baseball and football. Imagine being a pitcher and he comes up to the plate with a bat.
How about if he was pitching?
That's even
worse,
scarier, yeah.
Even worse, one stride, he's halfway to the plate.
Come on, Durham. All right, he made 1 out of 2. 76-78 Detroit, 2:07 left in the third.
I wonder at some point.
Mitchell with the ball.
A scoring
Pass off.
to win this game.
In the corner for 3. Wow. Cleveland takes the lead.
Merrill knocks down the
And
3-point.
the Cleveland have, I believe, its first lead of the game.
Have a 1-point lead. They have not led since the first quarter.
Okay, well, since the first.
15.
So Cleveland clawed their way back into the game.
Just right now.
Kay, you got to be careful with this ball.
Shot clock down to 7.
Kay driving.
Double team. Sasser, extra pass.
Levert for 3.
Out of bounds. Cavs fall.
Wow.
And here we go. Yeah, this is the last game. The next Sixer game. Oh, the young man does it first time.
Right, in Philly, I think it was Andre Drummond was struggling with that, and Karl Anthony Towns helped out. Did it on the first try this time.
Nice work, young man. Cleveland Cavaliers.
Cleveland with the ball up 1.
Of these playoffs. 0-5 so far on the road.
Wow.
Handed flush from Mobley.
Cleveland up 3.
And that's how you have to finish over.
Yes.
Thompson.
You know, and that's what I'm saying with Cade, like how Cade needs to finish. Durham with the ball. Durham right back. Let's go.
The big guys going back and forth at each other. Back to a 1-point game. Mitchell. Mobley at 3. Punched it in.
Wow.
Evan Mobley. Big buckets here at the end of the third.
You talk about versatility.
That's big.
The left-hand power finish.
You know, and pretty much they've been knocking out open threes all game long.
Largest lead of the game for the Cavs.
All the way, Kate.
Yeah, nice fake. Pulls up. Shot. No good.
But we can't get no fucking calls. These referees ought to be ashamed of their motherfucking selves.
Schroeder not wasting any time, but misses the layup. Strus with the hustle.
Another 3 for Cleveland, wide open.
In and out. Strus the hustle again.
Wow. Cleveland can play for the last shot of this quarter. Mitchell driving.
Poked away. Shot clock at 4. Mitchell pulls back up top. Mobley.
Another open 3. And get it. Come on.
Final seconds. No fouls to give.
Hey, driving.
Cunningham. Sasser puts
The
it
3.
on the buzzer.
Didn't get it. Fuck.
And the third quarter comes to an end.
That was a horrible finish to this third quarter.
2:20 here in this third quarter, and they'll take a 4-point lead into the fourth.
And we talk so much about the guard.
CC Motion 1998 said, investigate these goofy refs. I swear, this is ridiculous.
Murray to end the third quarter. First Evan.
You know, but we cannot get them same fucking calls when it comes down on the other end of the court for us. It's horrible. You know, I need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share, man. We putting up good content. It's been a good game. Cleveland is up 4 points going into the last and final fourth quarter. The refs again are basically controlling this game. You know, we've allowed for Cleveland to take wide open jump shots, and you have to give your hats off to Cleveland. They've been knocking the shots down. You cannot take that away from them. They've been knocking their shots down. Not Schroeder, but the other guy, he'll come to me in a second, but he's 6 of 7, I believe, from 3-point range, and he's on fire. You know, so this fourth quarter, man, I want to see a lot of Cade driving to the hole, being aggressive. Harris, we got to get him going. I believe he's still stuck on either 10 or 12 points, so we got to get him going. Yep. So here right now, we allow Cleveland to claw back, and now they're up 4, getting ready to lead off this fourth quarter. So we'll get the ball to start off with. You know, we have to take good shots. We cannot take bad shots in this fourth quarter coming up. You know, because it's going to cost us the game, man, and we have to stay out of foul trouble. You know, for the most part of this game, we have stayed out of foul trouble. But the thing is, the refs they've been calling a lot of calls. You know, that's been putting Cleveland at the free throw line. So we have to even that up. You know, give me you guys your thoughts on tonight's game. What do you think? What do you think the outcome is going to be? Do you think Cleveland can continue to stay hot from 3-point line? Because thus far, you know, that's what's definitely kept them in the game. That's what has given them the lead. You know, so give me your thoughts on that. The game is getting ready to start up.
Max Strus off the bench with 7.
Yeah. Hey, listen, he's
4-point lead for
5 of 7 from 3, I believe. I said 6 of 5, but I thought he took one more shot. But yeah, man, we definitely got to investigate the cause of these goofy ass refs. Like CC Motion 1998 said, it's just been a lot of questionable calls. But at the end of the day, we allowed Cleveland to claw back and get back into this game, man. That 3-point shot has definitely kept them in the game, and now they're up by 4. So we have to do any and everything we need to do to get this lead and keep this lead. Because we cannot. I'm gonna say it again. We cannot let Cleveland snatch this game up. And think we're going to go back to Cleveland, and win that game after a lot of those calls that we saw in Game 4. Yep. So it's down to the nitty gritty. We about to see how much grit both of these teams have in them.
Welcome back to the conference semis delivered by Chipotle. Dennis, the defense gave them problems in the first half, creating turnovers. What do you guys have to do, get back to on the defensive end?
Yeah, we just got to be better at the point of attack, and we got to make them.
We got to be better at everything.
In that third quarter, we just got to get back to directing the ball and getting into our right coverage.
Okay, got to be a lot more physical.
Start for you in your career.
We need to limit them to one shot and get these rebounds and close out.
I don't want to go back home with no regrets. I want to come out and do my part for my team and just come out with a W.
We got to get a W. Nothing less.
Back home with no regrets. He plays like that. Then getting the start with Duncan Robinson out with a back injury. Jenkins has played well. Right now, the Pistons down by 4. What was the key in that third quarter, Legs?
Well, the key was taking care of the basketball. They had 20 points off turnovers. The Cavaliers gave up in the first half, just 2 in that third quarter off of 3 turnovers.
Paul Reed seeing his first minutes here in Game 5. He's out there with Sasser, Cunningham, Harrison, Jenkins.
K for 3.
Corner.
Got it.
Cade Cunningham once again. He's got 32 points.
And I said Cade is going to have 40.
Tried to jump that dribble handoff, and Cade Cunningham backcut it into a wide open 3-point shot.
Mitchell with the ball.
Mitchell trying to find some space. Good defense from Harris. Wade to Merrill. Satzer gets up on him. Satzer can defend. Merrill drives, takes a contested.
Merrill for 3. Didn't get it.
Rebound Reed.
Reed with the rebound. Tobias with the ball.
Paul Reed hadn't played a lot of minutes.
Oh my God, come on.
Turns it over. Schroeder pushes, finds
We can't get pretty with this shit.
Too strong. And Satzer the rebound.
Yeah, we cannot get pretty with this shit, you guys. We have to keep it basic, keep it simple, and especially until we get this lead back.
Not even got shots off.
Hey, with the ball. Hey, dribbling. Pulls up. Got it.
34 points.
And that was a 4th shot.
Back up by 1.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put a wall around Mitchell because he think he can just drive at will and do whatever he want to do. Difficult shot for K, but he's knocking him down.
Again, he loves the middle of the floor. He loves when you don't put a second defender in his lap. But this is just a great read. Mitchell trying to beat him to the spot. He stops, puts on the brakes, and then backs up into an open 3. No chance for Mitchell to recover.
All right, Cleveland with the ball, 84-85. 10:30 left in the fourth. A lot of time left still. Mitchell with the ball, dribbling.
Mitchell shaking.
Tobias on the D. Double team. Oh, my God. They just calling some bullshit again.
Wow, that was a tough shot.
That was a bailout.
But he apparently got hit. He'll shoot 2.
Man, they called that on Paul Reed, and that is unfortunate for the Pistons because Reed times this so well as Mitchell comes out of the spin. He does not expect to see Paul Reed right there, and you can see he does reach down as Mitchell is trying to get that shot up to the rim. If he goes straight up right there, there's no chance Mitchell's making that shot.
Quiet game so far for Mitchell. Has not hit a 3. Got more free throws made than field goals. And ties the game at 85. Of course, after the game, Kenny will be dancing inside the NBA. Charles, Shaq, and the great Ernie Johnson all coming up inside the NBA. After this game 5,
All right, 85-85, all tied.
one of these series and a chance to clinch it home. Oh, can the Pistons take
Made both free throws.
And let's see a couple of free throws for a scorer. Seeing the ball go in can lead to something good for Mitchell.
Floats it over to Jenkins.
Jenkins with the ball driving.
Paint, keeps his dribble now, picks it up. Shot clock at 7. Reed looking into the hands.
K with the ball. Come on, K.
Gets inside.
K driving.
Swatted out of bounds by Mobley.
Wow.
Second violation.
And that's a really
That's horrible.
by Sam Merrill at the end of this play. He was on Cunningham for a brief second, but Wade was close enough that he could push him onto Cunningham. That's the size they want. And then you get that backline help by Mobley.
See, and that's what I'm talking about, K. You got to drag that bitch. Skeeter Man 218, what the dealio?
Against Harris, the two oldest guys on their roster. Harden fires away and gets fouled.
Wow, there they go with that bullshit. This is horrible. And we can't even challenge any of this bullshit.
Harden will get 3 free throws. They don't have a challenge. They lost their first challenge.
Well, oh my God, that's horrible.
To me, that's a foul. He's lunging forward as James Harden is coming down. His foot hits Tobias Harris.
That's some bullshit.
You have to be more careful on when you close out, making sure that you allow that shooter to land.
You know, and that's been the difference of tonight game, man. Cleveland has been knocking down their 3-point shots. We've been giving them open 3-point shots all game long. And then just bullshit like this. You know, I'm not going to say that wasn't a foul, but, you know, where's these same calls at for us?
Harden is perfect from the free throw line, 7 for 7. He now has 24 points. That's ties for the most he's had in this series.
He's 29 for 30 now from the line in this series.
4-point lead.
All right, K with the ball, bringing it up.
2.5 down by
4-point lead, the biggest lead Cleveland has had thus far in this game. K with the ball driving.
Picks up the corner, Thompson, right back to Cunningham. Inside, Paul Reed.
Reed with the ball down low.
Left-handed shot is up.
There we go. Good shot. You know, we got to take better shots. We cannot be taking 3-point shots off a screen and things like that. We have to make better shots with the ball earlier in the shot clock.
Right there. Mitchell to Wade. Back into the hands of Harden. Harris again up on him. Harden searching against Jenkins. Shot clock.
You know he about to try to do some bullshit.
Fires away. A rebound goes to Harris.
Let's go. Tobias with the ball, bringing it up.
Harris drives up.
Tobias driving.
Turns, shoots over Merrill.
Come on. I said we have to take better shots. Mobley with the ball. Gives it up to Harden.
Merrill, 3-pointer.
That motherfucker. Come on. We've given too many open 3-point shots. Thompson with the ball.
Timeout's going to be called by J.B. Bickerstaff. I think he could see both teams look together.
Yeah, we need a timeout.
Fourth they go here on the pivotal game 5.
What's going on, Skeeter Man 218, man? Give me your thoughts on this game thus far. You know, I know you who you rooting for. You know, I know you in Chicago, you know, but you from Detroit. So give me your thoughts on tonight's game. You know, give me the keys to Detroit's victory. You know, how's everybody, man? How's the family doing? You know, but yeah, man, we gotta turn this defense back on, man. We gotta put this lock back down defense. We've been giving up too many wide open 3-point shots, and tonight Cleveland's been knocking them down. You know, that's been the difference in tonight's game. You know, I'll say Stewart's giving us a great, you know, game coming in place of Duncan Robinson, but we're definitely missing Duncan Robinson with his 3-point shots tonight, for sure. Yep. So, man, we got to get it together. Skeeterman 218 said, of course, Detroit, everyone good, just got home and turned the game on. Okay, for sure, man, for sure. That's what's up. I see you still be out there balling, man. Yeah, but we got to tighten this defense back up, you guys, and hopefully to get some calls down the stretch from the refs. I'm like, we are in Detroit, right? Because Cleveland has been getting calls like they're in Cleveland. Yep. So I think we'll be okay. It's what is it? A 4-point game or maybe a 2-point game? But we just got to get a few stops, get this lead. And tighten it up. We just got to take better shots too. We've been taking horrible shots. Yep. So hopefully everybody is having enjoying the game, man. Like I said, the winner out of this game right here probably more than likely will win this series. So we cannot allow Cleveland to come down here and win this game in Detroit because Cleveland has not won a road game yet in these playoffs. So we do not want it to start tonight. Because if so, that's going to give them all the confidence in the world that they need to be able to head back to Cleveland to try to close this game out. And it's going to be very tough and hard for us to go down there, and win game 6 in Cleveland, which I think we can do it, but it'll be even hard, meaning that we'll be down 3-2. So we got to do any and everything to pull this game out tonight because, like I said, we cannot go back down 3-2 to Cleveland for game 6. But here we go.
Conference semifinals delivered by Chipotle, M&M, and 50 Cent. I just like saying 50.
I know you do.
Enjoying.
Okay, we got the stars out at the game tonight.
Also, again, the Hall of Famers, Ben Wallace and Isaiah Thomas. You must love the way they're playing. By the way, the gentleman I spoke of earlier, our man Kevin Grigg.
Loving how who playing tonight?
Gregory.
Because we're not playing too good tonight, man. We got to get it going. Got to see how much time left. We still got plenty of time to turn it around and get it going.
JB Bickerstaff calmly watching right now.
Okay, we're down 2 with 8:14 left. K with the ball. K driving.
Gets inside, stops, kicks it back out. Reed thought about a 3. Now drives inside to Cunningham.
Oh my God, see these fucking.
Time. Shot clock at 2.
Come on.
Has to put up a 3-pointer. High archer and an air ball.
See, and that's what I said. Better fucking shots.
Yeah, they forced the closeout of Paul Reed, and he had an opportunity when he drove. If he wanted to shoot a runner, not really a shot that he was comfortable with, so the additional
come on defense
allowed Cleveland to go back out and cover, force a tough shot.
Harden down the lane. Low pass to Allen.
Let's go.
And then
should be a foul. And pretty much this series has been going first team to 100. Has been winning this game.
Pistons have 3 team fouls.
So it's the race to 100 in my opinion. Detroit got to we got to put some lockdown defense the rest of this fourth quarter. I mean, there's still a lot of time left.
Cunningham guarded by Strus. Crossover. Kicks it out. Thompson right back to Cunningham. Reed to Cunningham. Cunningham 3-pointer. In and out. Reed the rebound.
Let's go. Oh my gosh, we needed that bad.
Found himself at right place, right time.
Tie ball game. Now come on, we need a few stops.
So active, touched it 3 different times. Reed very active on the possession, able to get that putback.
Jump ball. Let's get it.
The great hands of Asard Thompson, and they'll jump it up at center court.
Tie game, yes sir, yes sir.
Yeah, he just reads an opportunity here. He sees that Dean Wade has turned his back to him, and so he leaves hard. That's
good defense. Like I said, we need a few stops coming up here.
Make that pay off more than anybody else.
His defensive instincts are off the charts.
We should be able to get this jump ball. Oh my God.
Wins the tip, and Harden has it. Almost 5 minutes gone by here in the fourth.
Let's go. Let's go.
couple of turnovers here in this tie game.
I'm not going to blame Harden for that because he got some pressure over on that side, and the spacing was bad on the weak side. Strus and Wade right next to each other.
Now, come on, Kay. We need you to be a superstar. Let's get them in the penalty. Skeeter Man 218 said up 3. Let's go. Okay. You look like you would play ahead of me.
We'll pick up his first.
Well, keep me updated, Skeeter Man 218.
Again, it appears here in the second half they're calling more than. Now, that's a foul, but often in these playoffs, it has not been a foul.
Yeah.
Okay, Skeeter Man 218 said we are up 3. Look like I'm going to play behind you guys. So hopefully Kay getting ready to come and knock this 3 down.
At times, they let him play through that.
Kay for 3. Bang, bang. Okay. And I said Kay needs 40 tonight.
7, and the Pistons back up by 3.
Well, we said he.
Come on, defense. We need a few more stops. I said we need some stops. We need to play some lockdown Detroit defense. Kay coming up.
Shot clock down to 9. Cunningham and Harris double team.
Let's go. Let's go, Zor.
Gets it back. Finds Harden. Harden the three-pointer. Way off.
Didn't get it.
Last touch by Reed. And the Cavs will get.
Oh my gosh.
Man, Strus again able to secure an extra possession for the Cavs when it looked like a disaster. It was going to be a turnover and a run ahead.
Yes, Strus has definitely kept Cleveland in the game. Cleveland. Listen, this has been a good series for Detroit too. We're going to be well tested for New York. Come on, defense. There we go.
Passing from the Cavs here in the fourth quarter.
And that's one of the few times Mobley has caught the ball in the middle off the trap, and he wasn't patient. They had 3 different times he could.
Jenkins with the ball, bringing it up.
All the time in the world to get that ball.
Cade asking for the ball.
Had a little bit too much heat on it.
Cade got the ball up top.
One-on-one. Donovan Mitchell.
All the way.
Won't go.
Oh, my gosh. Come on, Cade. I wish Cade just had that dog in him.
Harden against Paul Reed. Harden on the drive.
Didn't get it.
Allen kicks it out. Mitchell three-pointer.
Didn't get it. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Now we got the stops we needed. Jenkins for 3. Bang, bang. Let's go. Let's go. Skeeter Man 218. Where we at?
Pistons by 6. Timeout. Cavaliers. A 10-0 run.
Let's go.
Recovery here by Reed. It looks like Harden has a surefire layup.
Get that shit out of there.
That on the way up before it caught the glass. Needs to numbers. Great decision by Tobias Harris.
The Jinx. Let's get it. Let's get it. I see y'all. Skeeter Man 218. We gotta have this game, man. We need a few more stops. It's still a lot of time in this game, but like always, the Detroit defense will keep us in the game, man. It's just all about making better decision on our shots and limiting these turnovers. Because tonight turnovers has kept Cleveland in the game, and what really has kept Cleveland in tonight's game is the 3-point shooting from Strauss. He's been on fire. Harden's had a pretty good game. I believe he's went over his season high for this series, 25. So I believe he has 25 or more. We've somewhat contained Mitchell thus far this game, but they have other guys that's had pretty much key good games tonight. Like Strauss, he's had a pretty good game. Mobley, he's been involved. And Harden, he's pretty much had a pretty good game. So for Detroit, it's been an all around team game, team defense. And then most of all, like I said, and I said this before the game, I said Cade is going to have to come out and give us 40, and I believe he's right there, if not at 40. Because we're missing a few points with Duncan Robinson out tonight. But we picked that back up with Jenkins. So good game so far, man. We need a few more stops. get some points up on the board and play some defense and close it out. Head back to Cleveland, game 6 to close it out. You know, and again, Cleveland has not won any road games in his 2026 playoff series thus far. So we cannot allow them to come to Detroit and get their first win on the road. You know, that would put so much, that would totally turn the series around, give Cleveland the confidence to think that they can actually close the game out in game 6. So we have to continue to keep our foot on their throats in this game right here and close it out. Skeeterman 218 said, I agree. Whoever wins tonight will win the series. Hey, look, that's a fact. You know, because if Cleveland can come down here and snatch this game up, first game of the playoff series road win, he's going to give them so much confidence going back to Cleveland. And we see what's been going on with the referee calls and how they're calling a lot of how the games have been called in Cleveland versus how the games have been called in Detroit. CC Motion, what up, though? Hell yeah. You know, so we cannot go back to Cleveland down. We got to pull this out. Here we go. We need Cade to close this bitch out.
To take over. Cade Cunningham operates so calmly, even under the most extreme pressure. 8 points here in the fourth to get some separation.
All right, here we go.
Off that bench by Paul Reese.
Their defense has been terrific. And how about Dennis Jenkins in his first playoff start with big 3 to put them up by 6. Martin finds Mobley. Corner to Mitchell.
No wide open threes.
Allen the floater.
Good block.
Jenkins with the save.
Let's go.
Thompson goes up, layup. Won't go.
And that's what I'm talking about. See, and that's what I said. We need to get some defensive stops and close this bitch out.
And this crowd exploding right now.
You know, but it's still a lot of time left. We got to put some distance between us. These free throws right here are big for Thompson. He has to go and knock both of these down. That's a hell of a block.
Thompson off his feet.
Nothing easy. See, and that's why the coach goes with the good shot. That's why the coach goes with Thompson being there defensively over having an offensive guy in there, because he can change the game with his defensive play. You know, so, and I understand that.
So far in the series, but that puts him up 7.
Let's go. Made both free throws. That's big.
5 minutes remaining, but the Pistons have scored 12 straight.
8-point game. Oh my God, what happened? Excuse me, my damn phone just died out, guys. Give me 1 second. I can't believe I allowed that to happen. So you guys keep me updated. My damn phone just died out on me. I gotta get this boy right back up. That's crazy. So and I'll turn my TV off. We getting ready to be back up. But look, I'm having a few technical difficulties. My phone would die out. It's getting ready to come back on right now. So give me 1 second and we getting ready to get back on. This is crazy. I apologize. CC Motion, keep me in tune on what's going on. I'm like 30 seconds away from getting back on. All right, give me a second, guys. Jenkins is a bucket. Okay, there we go. I apologize, guys. It looked like we are up 91 to 100. Just waiting on my service to pop back up. Oh my God. My God, my bad, you guys. Give me a second. 9400 Detroit. I got so many goddamn windows open. I apologize. Okay, up 9. Jenkins made a free throw, missed 1. Okay, good look. Keep me informed. Here we go. We on our way back up now, and you guys are probably a little bit ahead of me anyway.
Harden inside, whips a pass to Strus up top to Mobley. Mobley back up.
All right, 91-100 Detroit. Cleveland for 3. Got it.
Strus is 6'3".
That motherfucker been on fire. See, and that's what I said. That's what's been keeping Cleveland in the game.
Strus off the bench. And JP Bickerstaff calls timeout. These two teams now throwing haymakers at each other.
Okay. 94-100 Detroit up 6.
I don't know where Cleveland would be without Max Strus.
I mean, and I've been saying that all game long. We've been giving too many wide open 3-point shots to Strus, and he's knocked them down all night long. You know, where would they be without him? Down big. You know, so again, I apologize, guys. My damn phone died out on me, you know, and I sat there and watched it, and I knew, and I said to myself, put it on charge, and I totally forgot. But we are back up. You know, I turned my TV off. I had a lot of stuff going on over here that was slowing my streaming down. So, but yeah, man, we're up 6, under 4 minutes left, I believe. We gotta continue to put baskets up and can just continue to play Detroit defense basketball, and we'll be okay. You know, they're gonna claw their way, they're gonna fight to the end. We know that, and Strus is that hot hand. So, you know, going forward, and this is what coach got to tell the players. We know who the hot hand is. You know, we're overplaying down low, so therefore we're leaving wide open 3-point shooters open, and that guy tonight has been Strus. You know, I'm almost willing to say, you know, allow Harding and them to drive and contain at the rim, you know, versus us allowing 3-point wide open 3-point shoot.
In the fourth quarter, the activity level, the way that they protect the paint, the closeouts.
This shot, that block right there was big, and the other block by Thompson. Let's go. Now we just got to come back and put points back up on this point. I mean, on the board.
Replaying all the big minutes down the stretch.
They're trapping too.
Jenkins started by Harden. 5 on the 24.
Jenkins take a good shot. Good shots.
Out in the corner. Thompson
for 3.
Won't go. Rebound deflected. Taken by
Good.
Reed.
That's what I'm talking about. Now all the way, K. All the way.
Gets inside. Harris 3-pointer.
There we go. There we go. Get it right back.
9-point lead.
That's big.
To play. That is all Paul Reed right there.
That was all Paul Reed.
Wanting the basketball more.
Did that defense come? Harden with the ball, driving. See, and that's what I said. Almost allow him to drive, but do not let those 3-point. Wow. Do not leave those 3-point shots open. But that's okay. We'll take that. We just got to come back down and make buckets. That's it.
Cavaliers are going to have to get stops right here. Into the hands of their all-star.
K, they're trapping. K for 2, pull up.
Rebound deflected. Jenkins has it back.
K right back for 3. Now all take it.
Resets.
K needs to take it all the way. They're trapping. So the 3-point shot is going to be open. Jenkins for 3. Come on.
Just the rebound. 2 minutes remaining.
Down to crunch time.
Lost it, got it back, and Mobley throws it.
Wow.
How did Mitchell hold on to that? And it's back to 5. Yeah.
5-point game. Come on.
Like he was losing that basketball into the first row of seats, able to find it and then find Mobley. Habs keep fighting back till they have enough. Another
okay. Now they're going to keep trying to take the ball out of his hand.
Paul Reed blocked by Mobley. Reed gets it back. Shot clock winding down.
Wow.
24-second
I just said we have to take fucking better shots. Skeeter Man 218. Yes, this is too close. You may be a little ahead of me. I'm 98, 103, 98 Detroit. It's too close.
Jumped a little bit too soon, and that allowed Mobley to use his length to get a piece of that.
Yeah. We got to get a stop right here.
It's 27 points, but his team down by 5 with a minute and a half to play.
Now take the ball out of his hands, but we cannot. Mobley for 3. Wow.
Mobley with a big bucket.
Wow.
2-point game. Cavs answer with 7 straight.
See, they're going to try to continue to take the ball out of K's hand.
He likes to operate one-on-one in the middle.
Here they come.
Somebody out of his Mitchell does here.
Jenkins kicks it out.
Tobias for 3. Wow, that's big.
A minute remaining. 2-point game.
Wow.
Harden the drive. The floater is short. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Mitchell inside Strus. Strus to Mobley. Mobley the bounce. And a foul on the floor.
Oh my gosh.
Coming up for Mobley, a chance to tie it. With
Wow. This is close, guys. I'm over here. My heart beating. See, and this is the bullshit that I'm talking about. We've allowed Cleveland to be able to tie this game. And now, so are we in the penalty?
He's 64% in this series. 61% in a regular season.
Wow.
One right there. 16 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds from Mobley.
A little bit easier for a 61% foul shooter to make a couple when you just hit a 3.
Duran comes in. So it's Duran, Reed, Thompson.
This is close, y'all. Second free throw. Good. Tie ball game. Timeout Detroit. Wow. We've allowed Cleveland to come back to tie this game up. We were just up 9 less than 2 minutes ago.
Series all tied at 2-game apiece, the all-important game 5.
And I tell you what, we cannot allow for Cleveland to steal this game. We've done too much. We played too much good defense here at home, and we'll close it out. It's definitely close. Give me you guys' his opinion. What do you think? Going into this timeout, who do you put who do you want with the ball in your hand? We know that they're going to be doubling down on Cade. They're going to try to take the ball out of his hands. So, who do you look for to shoot? I'm gonna say go back to Tobias down low. And if they try to take the ball out of Tobias, Jenkins should be up top for the 3. So I say I'm not going to say put another shooter in up top. But we got to keep Thompson and we got to keep Durham in there. So, Jenkins is going to be up there up top, and then our other our small forward is Thompson. So man, we got to knock down these shots. Here we go. I was trying to figure out a matchup that we can come in, but here we go.
Cavs also have a challenge. Both teams in
45 seconds left. What is Detroit going to do? Can we get buckets?
Players dream about.
Can we get some calls?
For Detroit, but you don't have to go super quick. You want to get that first shot somewhere in that 30-second range, so Cleveland doesn't have an opportunity at that point for a 2-for-1.
Right. We definitely want to get to 2-for-1.
Cunningham makes his drive, pulls up, jump shot, puts it up, off the mark. Harris the rebound. Big offensive rebound for Tobias Harris.
So they're forcing us to be jump shots. Hey, you got to drive this bitch.
24. Finds LeVert. Harris, LeVert, jab step, drives.
All the way.
Falling away, puts it up. Miss it.
Oh, that was horrible.
Second violation.
Horrible decision.
With a chance to take the lead.
Wow.
For the final shot.
This was horrible.
And there was a lot of contact on that by James Harden.
There should have been a timeout after that rebound we got. That was a horrible fucking decision. You guys may be ahead of me, but it's 21 seconds left. Tie ball game. Cleveland with the ball. I don't know if the Cavs are in the penalty or not, but Cleveland has a chance to win the game at the buzzer.
Mobley sets the screen. Mitchell can't get away. 6 seconds remaining. Mitchell on the drive. Mitchell leans in. Shot blocked from behind by Thompson. He falls down.
It should have been a foul. Should have been a foul. And we should be in the penalty.
But they're just saying out of bounds, no foul.
No, that should have. Wow.
Bickerstaff saying he tripped him.
CC motion. This is crazy.
Thompson.
And that certainly looked like Jared Allen tripped him after this.
Right. We all out of fucking out of challenges.
Thompson made this entire possession difficult for Donovan Mitchell, staying with him every step of the way, and blocks it from behind. And then it appears inadvertently tripped by Allen. Boy, just, again, great hands.
Yeah, that's a trip right there.
Hell yeah, that's a fucking trip. And they didn't even call it, but it is what it is. They had a chance to win it. They did not close it out. We're going into overtime. Yeah, they are. They're making it way too obvious. The calls that they made in Cleveland went totally towards Cleveland. And you called the last game. They've been turning a blind eye when it comes to the those whistles being blown for Detroit. And it's been like that all game long. At the end of the day, we ran out of challenges. It seemed like the refs, I know they saw that, and they allowed for the clock to run out and didn't even call a call. It's horrible. But hopefully we can go on out here in this extra in overtime and close this out, man. We've allowed them to make wide open 3-point shots all night long. We allowed them to come back from 9 to up. We're up 9 with under 2 minutes left. Only thing we had to do is just continue to hold on to the ball, make buckets, and force them to try to foul us. We allowed them to knock, I believe, multiple threes down, got a couple free throws to be able to tie the game up. But here we go.
Pistons, Cavs all tied up at 103, 5 minutes up on the clock. At final play of regulation, little controversy.
Horrible.
Did it appear that Thompson was fouled? But it appeared there was time left on the clock.
Yes, it was.
Contact takes place just a good second and a half.
That's what I thought, looking at the ball when it went out.
And then he hits him again with his other leg.
But even without the foul call,
it still was time left.
Like there's still tenths of a second. Now, obviously, it'd be difficult to do, and the Pistons didn't have timeouts. Let's see here. The ball bounces. Oh, no, it did. That last bounce came after when it finally bounced out of bounds, so the officials were right. It was over. There was no tenth.
But it was 2 fouls called during that possession.
But believe that's a foul that should have been called.
Exactly.
On Asar Thompson.
They owe us that. They owe us a few calls in this overtime.
Team in the overtime gets 2 timeouts. You shoot the penalty on the 4th team foul in the overtime. All batted around.
What the fuck?
There's a couple of key players with 5 fouls. Tobias Harris has 5. James Harden has 5. Harden guarded by Jenkins. Poked out of bounds. Detroit led by 9 with 2.5 to go in regulation. Cavs had a chance to win it at the buzzer and take a 3-2 lead, but Asar Thompson with another special defensive play.
We need for this defense to lock back in.
Short.
Wow. Horrible. Fucking boxing out.
Similar action. The track hit the short roll. They don't convert the pass or the shot, but because you've got 2 bigs down there, nobody to block out Jared Allen.
Cunningham drives on Strus, gets inside, off the glass, backer won't go. Reed's tip misses, Mobley the rebound. The Cavs, who trailed by as many as 15 earlier in the game, trying to get their first road win of these playoffs. Mitchell drives, bang shots good.
Wow.
Big bucket there.
Hey, look.
Point lead.
We didn't see a lot of traffic on that one. He had a 1-on-1 there for that driving.
Detroit need to turn this defense all the way the fuck up. We've down 2 baskets.
Regulation, the first 4.
Come on, Tobias. All the way. Wow, Tobias can't even get a shot.
Mobley making big plays.
It's not looking good, fellas. We got to get a stop right here. We cannot allow them to go up 3 possessions.
Thompson gets screened. Harris now guarding Harden. 5 on the 24.
And Tobias Harris has 5 fouls.
3-pointer straight on. Air ball.
And this bitch ass nigga always looking for flopping and stuff. They got to start calling that shit.
And Kenny Atkinson wants a timeout. He's going to challenge the out of bounds and then see if they can go back.
Oh my gosh. This is horrible, guys. Yeah, hey, look, they got me on edge over here. You guys give me your thoughts, give me your opinions on tonight's game, man. Do you think this defense will come back and close out, take this lead, and win this game 5? We cannot allow Cleveland to get this game 5. You know, going back to Cleveland up 3-2 for game 6. You know, unless the league is on some bullshit and they're trying to send it back to Cleveland to try to force it back to Detroit for game 7. No, we got to get this win. We cannot let Cleveland go back to Cleveland up 3-2. You know, it will be disastrous. You know, we cannot afford for this loss. Yep. So yeah, man, I'm on edge over here. They got me nervous. You guys probably a little bit ahead of me. If you are, keep me updated. But yeah, man, we on the timeout. Overtime. I believe 3 minutes and something left. Cleveland is up 4. We have the ball. They're challenging the call.
Tony Brothers, they're challenging on whether or not a foul here.
Ain't no fucking foul.
And Harris comes forward, but then he stops himself and he's pretty vertical as Harden's feet are going forward. And there is contact on his leg, but Harris is doing a pretty good job of getting vertical.
After review on the shot by Harden, there is no proximate foul on the play. Therefore, the ball goes out of bounds on Harden. It will be Detroit ball.
CC Motion 1998 said they might as well give the call to him based on how the game been so far. I mean, yeah, they gave that last motherfucking call on him with Thompson. You know, so yeah, man, the refs has been calling some bullshit. They've been flip-flopping all game long. Pretty much, you know, this is the first call that we've gotten pretty much our way all game long.
Again, Kenny Atkinson.
You know, and you know, and it will be when we're down 4.
To get them to look at that, they really felt that they were going to call a foul on Harris. Now, both teams without their challenges. Cleveland still with a 4-point lead.
Detroit with the ball, needing a bucket right here.
Cunningham picks up his dribble. Good defense from Struz. Steve right back. Cunningham. Back to Reed. Paul Reed gets inside. Blocked from behind.
There we go. That's what we need.
Jared Allen picks up his first. And Paul Reed to shoot free throws. Reed playing all the big minutes down the stretch.
Yeah, that was big. We need both of these free throw shots, Reed. These are big shots.
Paul Reed has done some good things in this postseason. I call him.
Need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share, man. You're good. All right, got the first one. We've been on here for 2 hours and 53 minutes, man. Please reciprocate that back to your boy and hitting that subscribe button.
It's going to be available for the Pistons here down the stretch. They're not going to let Cade Cunningham.
We're up under 170 subscribers that we need to hit that 1K goal. Can't do it without you guys hitting that button.
Slash and that dive into the middle is what is going to be
107, 104 Cleveland.
with it after you catch it.
That's the second free throw. 2-point game, 3 minutes left. It's getting down to the nitty gritty. We need some stops and buckets. Bad.
It's a 2-point game. Under 3 to play in overtime. Mobley sets the screen. Harden back to Mobley. Corner to Mitchell.
Another wide open 3.
3-pointer.
Wow.
Mitchell, huge 3-pointer.
That was good.
He was 0 for 7.
Wow, then this nigga just fucking turned the ball over.
Mitchell banks it hard.
The refs, that was some bullshit they did not call that. Tobias, with them lazy ass fucking bullshitting ass. Wow. Come on, defense.
Careless in the backcourt.
Very careless.
Reed catches, lost it, got it back, lays it up and in. Paul Reed doing the scoring for these Pistons. A 5-point game.
5-point game.
Mobley will bring it up. Double team by Jenkins, behind the back by Mobley. Gets it back, goes inside, fake. Lefty layup, can't get it. Reed the rebound.
We need to push this shit up.
Pass Harden layup, that's good. Dennis Jenkins goes coast to coast, and it's back to 3.
But a Cavs not able to convert at the rim, and as a result, you had the 2 bigs behind the play.
I don't know what to say, man.
All the way to the rim. There's a lot of tired bodies out there right now. Harden finds Mobley. Wanted to get it to Mitchell. Good ball denial from
Detroit down 3, Cleveland with the ball.
Harden inside, draws the foul.
Wow.
So clever at drawing contact on those drives, and he'll shoot 2 free throws.
Here's a big sequence for Mitchell. The ball fake, and this is a tough shot because Reed closes back to his shooting game. Stays with it, and then right here, Kate Cunningham just
Bullshit.
with the basketball screws hanging.
Relying on the refs to call the motherfucking foul. You know, and that's what I was talking about. K got to get that dog in him.
20 points off the bench, 6 3-pointers. Harden has hit all 8 of his free throws, make up 9 for 9. LeVert comes in. Maybe Bickerstaff doing some offense.
Yeah, we need shooters at this point.
He's going to do that every opportunity he gets. We need the additional.
Yeah, I'm highly upset with tonight's game, man. If we don't come back and win this game, we've allowed them to come back. We were up 9 with under 2 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Harden misses it in.
All right.
Second one off the mark. He was 9 for 9. Jenkins gets in the paint. Mitchell right with him. Back to LeVert. LeVert's face. Paul Reed. Shot blocked from behind.
Oh, my God. Sure.
Harden falls down. Throws it in the backcourt. It was deflected, they say. Out of bounds now. It's Pistons ball.
This is some bullshit. Refs, it's horrible.
A wild sequence. Detroit gets it back. Down 4 with 1:04 to play.
This shit is depressing.
In the backcourt. Now he backs off. Cunningham double team. Jenkins the drive. Jenkins in the corner. LeVert 3-pointer in and out. Rebound Strus.
Wow.
Remaining.
That might have been a game for us.
Tremendous find by Jenkins. LeVert just not able to cash in.
Strus holding. Cunningham right with him. Strus almost falls down. Finds Mitchell inside the Harden. The floater's up. Shot no good. Rebound deflected. Taken by Cunningham. And a foul on Strus. But they had a foul to give with 28.7 seconds remaining.
Exactly, CC Motion. And what gets me upset with Cade, he expects to get that calls like that. He go up with lazy ass fucking shots, expecting to get the call when you got to be fucking aggressive, you know, and that probably cost us the game. You know, you guys may be a little ahead of me. I'm on the timeout, but you know, for the most part, only thing Cleveland got to do is hold on and win this game. I'm highly upset with how, excuse me, with the end of that fourth quarter went. We totally broke down. There was no timeouts in between that 9-point breakdown that we had, you know, to stop the bleeding. You know, so I'm gonna give this one up to the coaches, you know, too. And Cade, again, had a few questionable calls, even though he put up, you know, a good offensive game tonight, man. He had some key turnovers down the stretch that cost us the game again. Turnovers. You know, and it got to be some fucking talking about the calls that the refs made this game. Horrible fucking call.
Well, last time these two teams went overtime in the playoffs, 2007, the East Finals. One of the great performances in NBA playoff history. LeBron James, that spectacular finish when he had the last 25 points, a double overtime win for the Cavs over the Pistons. Here we're just in the first overtime. And Cleveland.
This is horrible. Look, I need for you guys to hit that subscribe button for your boy, man. Look, we need a quick 3.
Knowing that Cleveland's going to be reluctant to foul. The problem is with two bigs on the floor like Allen and Mobley, getting to the rim is easier said than done. I want to see Cade Cunningham here with the ball up top, middle of the floor. See if he can go quickly, trying to get something down here.
You had the fucking time to throw it.
Gets it, fires up, three-pointer. It's good. Clutch Cade knocks it down.
Which I said we needed a quick 3, but
that makes it a 1-point game.
so we got a foul. We have to foul immediately.
I'll tell you what, a lot of time left. This is a shot. It looked like Cade Cunningham initially
Should have called the fucking foul.
to receive the pass. When he couldn't get it, that's when he broke to the three-point line.
It's a 2.
Yep.
Wow.
You see that left toe right on the line.
Wow.
So a 2-point game.
We got a foul then.
Timeout, 25.9 seconds remaining. The Cavs have the ball.
This is horrible, guys. And then we can even get that.
It could happen to Detroit because you couldn't have possibly gotten a bucket any quicker than that. I don't think that was the intent, as Cade Cunningham sort of was breaking out the half court, expecting to receive it. The overplay forced him to cut to the basketball. And once
This is horrible, guys.
39 for Cunningham. Just a great shot.
And I said he needed 40. That 3 would have been 40.
9-second difference between shot clock and game clock. That's not enough. Detroit can't let them play it out and get it back and hope that they get the misses. It's just too chancy. So
Yeah, we got to foul and put them at the free throw line. We cannot let Harden, we cannot Mitchell receive the inbounds pass. We got to force one of their poor free throw shooters to come and get this ball.
At trapping the ball and shooting the gap on the next pass. If I'm JB Bickerstaff, I'm letting them try to see if they can force the ball into a tough spot. Come up with a steal first.
again, key for Detroit. They still have 1 timeout remaining. Cavs are out of timeouts. Schroeder is in the game with Mitchell, Harden, Strus, and Mobley. Mobley will inbound. Reed, Thompson, LeVert, Jenkins, and Cunningham on the floor for the Pistons. Reed trying to distract. Good ball denial. Harden gets it. He's doubled and fouled right away. So Harden with a chance to make it a 4-point game with 24.4 remaining.
You can tell by the reaction of Paul Reed and JB Bickerstaff. They weren't trying to foul. That's a great place to trap the basketball where Harden caught it. You've got him in a tough spot right there. And there's a reach in and they give him the call. But that's not what Detroit was trying to do.
Yeah, it's like they give us calls when we don't need them.
28 points here tonight. Rattles that in. And now a 3-point game. Harris comes in for Thompson in the offense-defense substitution. Dean Wade's going to come in for Cleveland.
So what do we do if he make this call a timeout?
James Harden
and run a half-court play and save some of the clock.
Long games in 3 and 4, and a 29.6 assist game here in Game 5. Huge free throw right here.
And Detroit with 1 timeout. I don't think I'm taking it here. I think you want to push the basketball up the floor and try to get into something quick.
This is another get.
Wow, and we let them get the fucking rebound. That's horrible. Wow. You know what? And that was on Cade. That was on motherfucking Cade. He allowed that shit to happen.
Harden's 8th rebound of the game.
And Cade let that shit happen.
Cunningham came straight down the lane toward the rim rather than stepping.
Wow.
In where his body is between the rim.
That's ball game.
Would have come right back to him. Both of the guys.
We could have had the fucking rebound with the timeout to drop a play. That's ball game, guys. That did it. You know,
Cavs fans, they bust a whole load of Cavs fans for this game. Right now, a 4-point lead, 18.8 remaining. Harden misses another. Paul Reed the rebound. Jenkins racing up the floor. 4-point lead. Jenkins gets inside. Out to Harris. Harris the three. Back to the rim. Won't go. Fight for the rebound. Cunningham brings it back out. 8 seconds to go. Jenkins flips it up quickly. That's short. Mobley the rebound. 4 seconds remaining and a foul. Now with 3.4 seconds remaining.
That's bullshit.
2 timeouts. We'll shoot free.
Yeah, that's horrible. We allowed them to fucking get their first win on the road.
The Cavs fans starting to celebrate. Somebody's finally going to get a road win.
Wow. Look.
And the Pistons fans,
I'm so upset I don't know what to say. So is the fans. That shit was horrible.
led by 9 in regulation with 2.5
And blew that shit.
It went to overtime, and the Cavs control the overtime.
That soft shit.
Donovan Mitchell came to life late. You knew he was going to, at some point, inject himself into this game. So quiet most of the night, got great performances elsewhere, but you knew Mitchell was going to have a hand in deciding this, and he came up big in the fourth.
Meanwhile, this game is a type of game where
Man, I don't know what the fuck just happened. We allowed Cleveland. This look, anything can happen in game 6, but for the most part, we have not won a game in Cleveland thus far in the series. We allowed Cleveland to come and snatch and steal this must-win game at home. You know, I'm gonna blame this on the coaching staff. You know, during that 9-0 run that they had for that, you know, getting some type of timeouts, you know, to regroup. And K Blue had a lot of questionable calls down the stretch. A turnover, that rebound that he let go that we could have got the rebound back. He had a chance to tie the game up. This was a horrible game played, horrible time of possession during the stretch in that fourth quarter. You know, it was horrible. You know, in Cleveland, knocked down shots. They knocked down threes tonight. I will give them that. And that right there was the difference too. You know, CC Motion got to tip your hats off to the goofy refs for 38 for 20 free throws. Right. I wish this league nothing but revenue loss. I agree, man. It's horrible. You know, it's horrible, you know, but hopefully they trying to stretch shit out. Hopefully we'll get that game 6 and 7 and see everybody back here in game 7. But I'm disappointed. I can't believe we allowed Cleveland to come down here and get this game. You know, so if we don't go down to Cleveland and get that game 6, we deserve to lose this series.
Dribbles it down, goes it down with 0.7 of a second remaining.
Horrible.
The Cavs get that illusion.
Horrible, yeah, you know, but again, man, we can't blame this nothing. We can't blame this, but we can blame this on ourselves. Nobody but ourselves. You know, the refs had a lot to do with it, with the calling, you know, with the free throw discrepancy. But, you know, I blame this on the coaching staff during that 9-0 run that they had during that fourth quarter to break that lead down. I don't believe there was not one timeout for us to regroup, to be able to call a play, to get back, to regroup, to get the guys back to regroup. We allowed them to make that 9-0 run to take that lead, you know, without any timeouts or anything, you know. So, you know, my hat's off to Cleveland. You know, they stayed in the game. They came down. They snatched one. Now they're going back to Cleveland 3-2 with a chance to close the game out in Cleveland in game 6. You know, so look, man, I want to thank everybody who came on the show. I want to thank everybody for their comments. It was a great game played. You know, you can't ask for nothing more than a great game like this, you know, at the end of the day. But my thing is we allowed the ref to decide this game, you know, and that's the only downfall of this game. The refs definitely put their foot and their print on this game. There was a lot of questionable calls down the stretch, you know, even with that call with Thompson before when he was fouled before overtime. You know, so look, I appreciate all the comments, all the you know, likes, all the shares, and hopefully all the subscribes. Hopefully this 3 hours we've been on here will reciprocate back in subscribes. I want to thank everybody who contributed to the show. It's been another one. It's been a good game. You know, like I said, hopefully we can go back down to Cleveland in game 6, get the same calls that the refs has been doing for Cleveland, and we can get them same calls down in Cleveland and play good basketball and bring it back to game 6, you know. So I don't have anything else to add. It's been another one. It's your boy Dame D, and I am out. Peace.
from the beginning of the game, we got to